starting lineups for the visiting Searcy Lions. A junior, number 15, Chelsea Johnston. A senior, number 35, Malia Hadley. A senior, number 24, Ashari Brown. A senior, number 34, Meredith Weber. And a sophomore, number 23, Kiki Turner. And now the starting lineups for your Greenbrier Lady Panthers. A senior, number 1, Kylie Griffin. A junior, number 3, Ashton Hopper. A junior, number 21, Michaela Beck. Also a junior, number 23, Emma Green. And a sophomore, number 44, Alex Newland.
Well, good evening and welcome into the PAV. We're moments away from the first tip. We hope you all had a wonderful Christmas break and a wonderful Christmas. I'm JB Brazil. Alongside me is Talon Newton and Mike Baker. Heading into tonight's matchup, our Lady Panthers are 9-0, the best start in a long time for this Lady Panthers team. And Searcy coming into tonight, the Lady Lions are 2-2. We're just about set for the opening tip. For the Lions, it's Johnson, Turner, Brown, Weber, and Hadley. Weber will jump center for the Lions. Alex Newland will jump center for our Lady Panthers. Michaela Betts, Emma Ream, Kylie Griffin, and Ashton Hopper on the court as well. To start the game, the opening tip's going to be won by Alex Newland. She gets it to Kylie Griffin, and we're just underway here in Greenbrier. Searcy starting out. Looks like more in a 2-3 zone. Michaela Betts with the basketball, gives it over to Griffin. She drives, kicks it back up, top of the key. Ream thought about a three, and she travels with the basketball down low. A turnover to start the first possession for our Lady Panthers, and Searcy will get the basketball with 7:40 to play in quarter number 1. Hadley has the basketball. She'll bring it up into the front court. Excuse me, that's Johnson, rather. She gets it over now to Brown. Lob it down low to Turner. Turn around with a right hand, won't go. Battle for the board. Alex Newland out of there with it. She kicks it over to Griffin. Looking to push. Michaela Betts, jump stop. 18-footer, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Turner for the Searcy Lions. And bringing it up now is Hadley. She gets it over to Johnson. They'll set something up. Greenbrier starts out a man-to-man. They're without Coach Edmondson and Riley Myatt today as Johnson picks up her dribble. And there's an offensive foul. Looks like a moving screen there. Or a push there from Weber. That's her first foul.
JB, it'll be good to get Weber in foul trouble early because she is so tall. She's going to have a lot of effect on the defensive end with shot blocking. So if we can get her on the bench, that'd be great. Open up a lot of lanes on offense.
Still nobody scored with 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Kylie Griffin with the basketball. After the offensive foul, they lob down low. Griffin nearly ran out of bounds, but a nice save there from her. They lob it down low. Newland, turnaround jump shot off the glass, and it rattles home.
I love that. Getting Newland the ball anywhere near where the charge circle would usually be, anywhere near that in that lane is just, I mean, it's almost automatic money.
As Reynolds tips away and steals, Ream lead court pass to Griffin, couldn't finish, but Reynolds pulls down another board. She kicks it out, Ream, top of the key, three no good. Ball tipped around, and Weber out of there with it. She kicks it ahead to Brown, looking to push. Brown through the lane, throws it up, no good. Wanted a foul, but didn't get it. And Griffin going the other way. Coast to coast, shot up, got it to go, and she's fouled.
Man, JB, this is that brand of basketball that we've been playing and we want to continue to play because it gets us up early, that fast-pacing basketball. We love that. It's a good way to start this game.
The foul's on Hadley. That's her first foul. Griffin a chance to complete the three-point play, and she does. She's got three. Greenbrier's up 5-0. Trying to improve to 10-0 tonight, guys. It's a very impressive slate. They're also without Coach Edmondson and Riley Myatt tonight. Hopefully that won't play too much of a factor. Obviously we know it is when you're without your head coach, though. They lob down low. They kick it over in the corner now to Brown. Back up top to Johnson. To Weber, down low in the post. It goes to Turner. It's knocked away. It'll stay with Searcy. The Lions, with 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the first quarter, still have not recorded a point. Inbounds to Johnson, though, on the right wing. They get it over to Weber, to Brown. Back up top, Weber. She pulls the trigger, 3 too strong. Ream pulls down the board. Now she's trapped, but she gets it out, gets it to Betts. Looking to push. Over it goes Reynolds, but she couldn't handle it, out of bounds.
We got to take advantage there, JB. I mean, they had 3 players down here. They got stuck with a 2-on-4. We've got to take advantage of a good 4-on-2. Can't let that go to waste.
It was a good look, but Reynolds just couldn't track down the pass. Wasn't the greatest of passes there from Betts, but
for sure.
With 5:25 to play in the first quarter, they get it over now to Hadley. Looking to swing it around. Turner over to Brown. Back up top to Weber. She pulled the 3 last time. There lobs it down low to Turner, but she jump ball.
Honestly, I mean, what Searcy needs to do here, they need to move the ball a little bit more. They're trying to play some one-on-one basketball, and, I mean, we just have too good of a defense to do that.
As Johnson looks to inbounds, finds it to Turner. Newland blocks it, though, and she comes out of there with it. Tries to find it to Betts, but she hits Griffin in stride through the lane, off the glass. No call, and it'll be off of Betts, out of bounds. Now, on the transition play there, Betts couldn't handle it. Bounced right to Griffin, right in stride.
And it seems, yeah, JB, it seems like all season long we've been doing that. We run fast. We miss some shots on the other end, but honestly, it still plays to our favor because we're still speeding the other team up. We're still getting those opportunities, and those opportunities will fall because they're layups. Layups will not continually miss for an entirety of a game. So I like, even though we're missing some of those early layups, we've done that and still won in the past. And wow, our defense is going off with Newland with the block there. So as long as we continue to control the pace like we're doing so far and like we've done in our past victories, I mean, those missed layups aren't going to hurt us too much in the long run.
Second block there from Newland. Good defensive set, but Emma Ream traveled with the basketball in transition, and Searcy will get the basketball back with 4:30 to play. They still have not scored. 3.5 minutes into the first quarter, Searcy's without a bucket. Johnson with it out high. Passes it over to Turner, but she threw it away. Or excuse me, that was Brown who couldn't handle it.
CJB, we're speeding them up. We're making them make bad passes. Even though we're missing those layups, that pace is still benefiting our team here, getting us extra opportunities.
Griffin with the basketball, gives it over to Reynolds. Looking to swing it around. They got Ream wide open. Top of the key. She pulls it, no good, but Newland, easy putback. And it's 7-0. Greenbrier is up. Timeout on the court. We'll take the timeout with them. 4:07 to play in the first quarter. Stay with us. And we're back here out of the timeout. Josie Johnson will bring it across the timeline for the line. She picks up a dribble, gives it over to Hadley. Back up top, Weber for a 3 to get him on the board, and she drains it. A shot there from Weber. And Searcy's on the board at 7-3. Michaela Betts on the other end. Looking to push, gives it over to Emma Ream now. Searcy's in, again, that 2-3 zone. Over it goes Betts. Right wing 3. No good, just off the side of the iron. Weber pulled down the board. She gives it off to Johnson. Looking to push a little bit. Behind the back dribble. Gives it over to Weber. She wants another 3. That one's too short. And Kylie Griffin pulls down the board. Looking to push. Other end. I think she threw it off of Newland. It's going the other way. Oh, it was off of Searcy.
Wow.
I'm not certain what happened. I think maybe the refs didn't have a good look. But they're going to give it to Greenbrier as Ashton Hopper's at the scores table.
Yeah, I think this ref closest to us, I think he had a better view, and he was telling that other ref, hey, I had a really good view, and I saw it went out of bounds on Searcy, so we got to respect the call.
I don't really think either of them knew which one it was.
It works out for us. A bounce pass on the inbounds to Newland, but there's a foul down low. Looks like a hold on Hadley.
Just want to say real quick, sorry that the clock operator is not doing his job very well tonight.
Hey, we love him anyways.
Betts open. 3. Got it. Michaela Betts on the board with her first points of the night. She's got 3. And it's 10-3, Greenbrier.
This clock operator's not starting the clock either, so I don't feel as bad now.
Just clock operators across the board today.
I think there might be something
Literally.
wrong with it because I know Coach Wood's over there talking to him.
They're trying to get it figured out.
No one's noticing it.
I'm surprised the refs out.
They kick it over. 3 ball from Johnson. A little bit too strong, and Hopper pulls down the board.
Oh.
This clock is frozen in time. Is Ream? There it goes. Ream kicks it out to Michaela Betts. Thought about a 3 over it. Now it goes to Ream. Newland low block. 3 ball Griffin, right wing. She drains it from the right wing. A big triple there from Griffin. She's got 6, and Greenbrier's up by 10, their biggest lead of the night. As Josie Johnson brings it across the timeline for the Lady Lions. Lob it down low to Weber. Turnaround, jump shot off the glass, no good. And it's going to be off of Hopper down low.
Wow, I thought that was going to be a foul.
Yeah.
They're pretty aggressive for the rebound.
It's a nice play there by Meredith Weber.
Maybe a bit of a makeup call there. I don't know. I won't speculate.
Jump shot there on the inbounds. That's Robertson into the game. She gets her first points, first bucket of the night. It's 13-5. Other end. Kylie Griffin got the pass down low, but kicks it out top Ream. She pulls the trigger. 3 ball, no good. Loose basketball. Griffin, a couple of kickballs perhaps, and
Yeah, it's a good call.
it'll go to Searcy.
You know, we're missing some shots here, but again, I come back to my point earlier. I like us being aggressive like this. I like setting the tone of playing fast and aggressive because it translates to defense. Even if your shots aren't falling, at least your defense is going to continue to be aggressive, which is going to get you those fast break opportunities.
Chelsea Johnson with the basketball. Bounce pass.
Ooh, there it is.
Stolen by Betts. She read it perfectly. All the way to the basket. She lays it in. Michaela Betts has got 5. Greenbrier's lead back up to 10.
And, you know, that play right there has been the story of this Greenbrier Panthers team this entire year. Always on top of the ball. They play really hard on defense and then even harder on the offensive end.
Looks like Henry's back in the game into the game tonight for the first time for the Lions, but Johnson traveled with the basketball over on the left wing.
So I'd say she jumped to pass and then landed right before she actually threw the ball.
And Kylie Griffin will bring it across the timeline for our Lady Panthers, up 15-5 with 1:48 to play in the first quarter. Michaela Betts with it out now. Up top of the key to Hopper. Nice ball fake. Down low, Newland. Turnaround, jump shot, no good. And the board will be pulled down by Hadley for the Lions. Hadley, crossover dribble, through the lane, throws it up, no good. Newland another board. Lions looking to trap, but Greenbrier beats it. Ahead it goes to Griffin. Looking to push. Now she's, nice turnaround. Kicks it out to Ream, to Betts. Right wing 3, no good. Newland and Johnson battling for the board. Johnson saves it in bounds, but it looks like there's going to be a jump ball. And indeed, that's the call. Henry and Newland both tied up the basketball. Looks like alternating possessions will give it to Greenbrier as both refs discuss. Not sure what they're talking about there, guys.
You know, I don't know either, JB, but something that I did notice is that Coach McCammon is down on the girls' bench, and he has not coached girls' basketball at the high school level. I don't know if he's coached at the junior high level or maybe even the middle school, but the high school level, he hasn't coached. I'm trying to think of when Edmonton's first year was. I think it was my senior year. So it's been 3 years now. It's kind of interesting to see him out there, but he used to be this girls' team's head coach for many years. And so it's kind of cool to see that Greenbrier still has him in their arsenal, even whenever I believe it's 2 coaches are out tonight.
Yeah.
Getting the opportunity to call him out and have him help coach this girls' team. And he's been around for so many years.
As inbounds here to Griffin, lost the basketball. Johnson's out of there with it, and there's going to be a foul. That's just the first team foul, though, for Greenbrier, as Griffin got tied up with Johnson after the steal.
Which is good. Rarely do you see a team that's, playing like we are right now, the aggression and speed, and only have 1 team foul towards the end of the first quarter. It's honestly pretty rare to see. It shows you they're playing disciplined and smart.
It's impressive. They get it over to Johnson, back up top to Robertson, to Johnson, trying to throw it up, no good, and Emma Ream the rebound. Looking to push, Ream, other end, gives it off Newland, turnaround shot, no good, but she's fouled.
She got slammed.
Yeah, so that's an easy,
She
that's
got
an easy
whacked.
call.
I'm going to assume she's going for the ball, but she slapped hard.
14 foul for Searcy as the foul was on Johnson. Alex Newland at the charity stripe knocks down the first one. She's got 5 points. As a slew of Searcy Lions will enter the game. Looks like Brown comes back in. Oden will come in, and I believe Turner's back in as well. Newland's second free throw is up. Couldn't make that one. And Searcy with a rebound with 44 seconds to play in the quarter, down 16-5. Johnson with it out high, gives it over to Robertson. Threw it away. Newland, lead court pass to Griffin, looking to run. Coast to coast, and Griffin finishes with the right hand. She's got 8, and she leads all scorers. Greenbrier's biggest lead of the night is 13 now, as they're up 18-5 with the clock winding down here in quarter number 1. They lob it down low to Turner. Kick out, jump shot from Oden, no good. Battle for the board, and Oden got it. Gives it over to Johnson. Over it goes now. Oden down low. Robinson drives the baseline, no good. Ball still loose. Oden's got it now. Jump shot, no good. Another offensive board, blocked by Newland. Robertson throws one up, no good. Reams got it, and that's how first quarter's going to end. Whew.
You know, Searcy never took any time to get a shot up. I mean, as soon as they touched the ball, the shot was going up. They never gave themselves time to set their feet. They had plenty of it. They could have gotten points there, but they just played so fast. It was too fast.
Yeah, they never really got anything set up. Threw a lot of shots up. Had a lot of second-chance opportunities, just couldn't finish. And that's the end of the first quarter. 18-5, Greenbrier leads. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
Well, as we get set to start quarter number 2, guys, Greenbrier looked really good.
They did. Didn't expect anything else.
They're trying to improve to 10-0. It will be one of the best starts in Greenbrier history for our Lady Panthers.
Well, it is already one of the best starts. You know, I was out in the last broadcast we had, and
Did a lot of research for us, didn't you?
yeah, thank the Heavenly Father that I'm back. Ugh, hated being from home and listening to you guys. So glad
You
I'm
hated
back.
listening to
bad,
us, I
huh?
see. Okay.
I did. Couldn't stand a minute of it.
The start of the quarter, though, Searcy's coming out big. A travel there from Robertson. She just scored after an inbound play.
Searcy's, honestly, they're giving it a lot right now, but they're just kind of getting in their own way with small mistakes. If they could get rid of those small mistakes, I feel like they'd be in this game.
That and even shot selection has been poor.
True.
It's
They need to
not. They're not
pass more.
timing themselves correctly. I mean,
Yeah, and they need to pass more. They're trying to play a lot of one-on-one offense, and that just doesn't work. They're staring down passes and playing one-on-one offense. So for
JB,
Searcy, they need
you
to
have a roster for this Searcy team?
Barely. I have their last names.
get a makeshift.
Their coach gave it to me. She said she left her lineup at home, and so this is
I
what I
see.
got.
So you don't know the ages.
I don't have anything but their last name and number, yeah.
That'd be something I'd be interested to see because they play like a young team, just quick. They're so quick
Yeah,
to make
they're very talented,
decisions.
yeah.
They would just get out of their own way. They do a lot better.
Correct, yes.
Newland over to Ream, 18-footer, and she drops it.
I'm telling you, that mid-range, around the lane, that's her shot. I mean, that and deep inside.
And Ream with her first points of the night, 20-7. Greenbrier's up here with 6:52 to play until halftime. And nice drive to the basket from Brown. Throws it up. Just wouldn't fall. Oden, a nice offensive board. Kicks it over to Robertson. Missed that one. Newland the rebound. Hands it off to Betts. A lead court pass to Ream. She goes all the way, and she finishes with her right hand.
It was an interesting defensive play right there. I don't know the girl's name, but she clapped in Emma Ream's face whenever she went to shoot that layup.
Hey, whatever you got to do, talent.
Emma Ream picks her pocket to Betts. Little touch pass to Hopper, but she couldn't finish on the low block. And the rebound to Brown. She gives it off to Johnson back in the game, looking to push. Johnson slows it down, tries to lob down low Robertson, but she's going to be fouled. Looks like it's going to be on the floor, though.
Yeah, it's a good call.
I'll
Just trying
tell
to
you.
reach in and be aggressive and hit the ball and got some arm.
Ashton Hopper wasn't ready for that. I mean, that was a phenomenal pass. I've never seen
Almost
a pass
too
that quick.
good.
Yeah,
Almost.
almost too good.
You can have too good of passes.
And Searcy will sub in quite a few. Looks like Hadley, Weber, Henry, Killens, and Weber are out there,
Yeah,
as well as
most-
Holyfield.
Most of my turnovers were the passes were just too good, in my high school career.
I'm sure.
At least that's what I told
wouldn't-
myself.
I would never doubt that for a second.
Searcy with some nice defense there. They force a turnover after the miss. And Searcy maintains possession as Hadley with the basketball. Inbounds to Holyfield, but nice defense there from Ream. Holyfield picks up her dribble, kicks it over, and out of bounds on the baseline. On the sideline.
Greenbrier's defense is all over it tonight. I mean,
Stifling.
the offense has been playing well. They play like we expect them to see, but the defense, I think, is what's more
The
outstanding.
defense is consistent.
That's right. Well, it turns into points on the other end.
Exactly.
Emma Ream, top of the key three. No good, but a nice offensive board from Griffin. She weaves her way out to Betts, who thought about a three, but she traveled.
Those are always the worst to see because it's so common, that first step before you dribble. The refs love calling that. They love it.
It's the right call.
It is, yeah. Just so frustrating to see because it happens. So common.
Yeah. It's Hadley with the basketball for the Searcy Lions. Drives through the lane. That's Newland's fourth block of the night. We're not even to halftime yet, but Hadley. Ball fake through the lane, stripped away, gets it back, throws it up with the left hand, and Hadley's on the board with her first points of the night. 22-9, other end. Ream to Betts, looking to push through the lane. Shot swatted away. Big block there from Weber. And looks like Killens with the basketball. She gives it over to Hadley. Crossover dribble off her foot. Nice defense from Betts. Picks up her dribble, gives it over to Holyfield. Down low, tried to lob it for Henry. Reynolds knocks it away, saves it into Ream. Greenbrier with a steal, looking to push. 2-on-2 break. Ream, jump step, little floater, no good. Rebound pulled away, though, for the Lions. Looks like Killens with it, and she gives it over to Hadley. We'll bring it across the timeline. 4:49 to play until halftime. Hadley pulls up for a big three, top of the key, no good. Newland
Good
the
board.
rebound,
Good
and she's
board.
fouled.
Just rips it away. And what I'm seeing so far is Weber's kind of what I call a game changer. She doesn't exactly get a lot of blocks, but she forces a lot of missed layups, a lot of awkward layups, and she does get blocks as well. She's just what I call a game changer. She changes the way people enter the lane and go towards the basket and finish.
22-9. Michaela Betts out of control, loses the basketball, and Searcy's out of there with it as Henry was the one who committed that foul earlier. Searcy's got 16 fouls, so Greenbrier will be in the bonus the rest of the way, and Hadley drives through and is hacked on the arm by Betts. She'll go to the free throw line. Hadley, she's got 2 points tonight. Trying to, well, before she'll shoot those free throws, though, we got a timeout on the court. 4:23 to play until halftime. 22-9, Greenbrier's up by 13, excuse me.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
Well, with 4:23 to play until halftime, Greenbrier's up by 13. I did get a math major, guys. You wouldn't be able to tell.
I was going to say, JB, you didn't give me the opportunity to say something about
I had to go to break real quick.
Math.
Hadley's at the free throw line, though. And she'll shoot a pair as the foul was on Michaela Betts. Greenbrier only has 3 team fouls. So there's a ways to go before Searcy's in the bonus as Hadley misses the first free throw. She'll have one more coming right here.
I can tell you, I'm sure all the starters are excited that Carly Reynolds is back. That's, Edmondson doesn't go with a deep bench. He usually keeps it. Sometimes he keeps it only the starters.
Yeah.
So having another contributor back is big for this Panthers team.
And after the made free throw from Hadley, she's got 3 tonight. Searcy comes out in that press, but Greenbrier beats it. Ream, Newland, free throw line on the high post, couldn't finish. Lost the basketball there was Weber, but they'll keep possession as Hadley will bring it across the timeline.
Here we come with a half-court press.
And a timeout again there for Searcy with 4:04 to play. Guys, we'll keep it right here.
Well, both coaches come out with a press. We come out with a half court. They come out with a full court. And as I've said before, I actually prefer a half court press because, again, you get comfortable, you get the ball in, you're not really able to set up a play, and then all of a sudden the trap is on you. Whereas a full court press, you kind of see it coming. You've got that 5 seconds out of bounds to make a decision, and your players can come to you and you can actually run a play. The half court press is dangerous, but both coaches kind of coming out with the same idea. Our coach trying to keep it on them. Keep our foot on the gas pedal, and their coach trying to kind of crawl back in this before halftime.
Well, Searcy, I think they recognized it. Head coach, she called that timeout quick right as they crossed the timeline.
Smart timeout.
Greenbrier up by 12 with 4:04 to play until halftime. They're going to stay in that half-court press. As Searcy beats it across, though. Turnaround, jump shot. No good there from Henry. And Searcy's going to stay in a press. On the inbounds to Betts, looking for a trap. Gives it over to Griffin, looking to push. Got it ahead to Ream. They beat the press. Ream, other end, through the lane, swatted away by Weber. Nice play,
nice.
Alex Newland, and she throws it off the leg of Henry. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Greenbrier. Heads-up play there from Alex Newland to keep the possession alive.
A nice play.
And Johnson will enter the game now for the Lady Lions. She's the starting point guard for them. As Griffin on the baseline inbounds to Ream, top of the key. They'll set something up now. Carly Reynolds with the basketball. She pulls the trigger on the right wing, 3 no good. Johnson pulls down the board, and she's bringing it across the timeline now. Griffin on her. They got it open. Right wing 3, no good there from Robertson, no good, and Betts the other way with it. Looks like she's going to be said she crossed out of bounds and then came back into play.
You can't, but she got knocked out of bounds. That's my
Yeah.
thing. You can't call that if she gets knocked out of bounds. Oof. You either got to call no call there or call the foul. I mean, that's frustrating.
Yeah, Mike, you're 100% right.
Because
Yeah,
she didn't
that's
choose
an
to
easy
go out of
call.
bounds.
Yeah.
I mean, she got knocked out of bounds.
Searcy with the
That's tough.
basketball, though. 3:31 to play. They get it over to Weber. Trying to lob it down low. Not a great pass. Stolen away by Newland. To Griffin. To Ream. Other end. Through the lane. Shot up. Got it to go. Ream's got 6, and Greenbrier's up by 14.
That should help the Panthers on offense. They've been a little cold the past few minutes, and they really just needed a basket to fall.
And before Johnson can bring it across the timeline, that half-court press forces a turnover on the jump ball, alternating possessions. It'll go to Greenbrier.
Yep, that's another case of your teammates have got to come to you. They can't expect for you to come to them with the ball. I mean, if you're being double-teamed like that, they've got to come to you and get in between the defensive lanes, create passing lanes for the passer.
Newland for 3. Just off the right side of the iron, no good. And Searcy the rebound. Johnson with it now. Right wing, lobbing it down low, tipped away. Nice save of the possession there from Turner. She missed the shot, though. Scramble for it again. Betts has got it. Bodies falling everywhere. And a foul's going to be, it looks like that's going to be on Turner. My goodness, guys, I look up, and it's just like bowling pins.
I know. They were trying to do kind of a no-call situation for a while, but at some point you got to call something.
And it's unfortunate for Searcy's out. Now Greenbrier gets a 1-and-1. Turner, that's her first foul. But she got just a little too aggressive, guys.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, those missed shots like that, I mean, a lot of times that frustration will turn into fouls on the other end because you're trying to get the ball back after a missed shot.
Michaela Betts, first free throw's up, got it. Michaela Betts has 6 points tonight. She'll earn the bonus. And one more free throw coming right here for our Lady Panthers. It's up. Missed that one. Weber pulls down the boards for the line. She gets it over to Johnson. And Johnson bringing it across. Griffin on her lip. Again, that half-court press. They get it over to Robertson. To Weber. Pulls up three with Hopper all over. No good. Loose basketball. Johnson keeps it alive. Reams out on her. Gets a screen there from Robertson, and it's going to be a moving screen.
I don't think I liked that call.
I don't think I do either. I was just about to say I was watching it because all I really see is the ball. Y'all can see a lot of stuff that happens away from the ball. Either way, we'll take it. Moving screen there for Searcy. That was on Robertson. That's her second foul, and Greenbrier will get the basketball up by 15. Griffin hands it off to Hopper. Over it goes now Michaela Betts. Greenbrier looking to improve to 10-0. Newland backs her way in. Offensive foul. Not sure. Might have used the elbow. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those ones where she definitely took a power move and the defender fell over. Good call. I mean, that's more of a good play from the defensive player rather than a bad play from Newland, I'd say. Well-timed fall.
As it stands, Searcy with the forced miss. They got it down low. Nice ball fake and a move there from Brown. She's got two, her first points of the night. And Greenbrier's lead cut down to 13. Ream with the basketball other end, 1:56 to play until halftime. Betts hands it off to Griffin. Over to Ream now. Gets a screen from Newland. Now Newland's got it. With turnaround on her, they hand it off to Ream.
After kind of a run from Searcy, a really methodical offensive possession here. Just taking their time, not forcing anything. Honestly, maybe even running the clock down a bit. I like that.
Griffin hands it off to Michaela Betts, looking to drive. Hands it off to Hopper now. Hopper, bounce pass down low. Newland, and she's going to be fouled. And she'll go to the line for two.
Kind of letting the good shots come to them there. With good passes, again, methodical offense. It's really good to kind of quiet an away team after they get on kind of a run, kind of get you down a little bit to have a methodical offensive possession where you make good passes.
Foul was on Kiki Turner. That's her second as Alex Newland will shoot two here. First free throw's up, no good for Newland. She'll have one more as Oden checks back into the basketball game, and Kiki Turner will take a seat.
You know, one thing that Searcy has at Greenbrier, it really has a disadvantage in is just height,
I was
size.
about to say that too.
As Newland missed the second free throw, Ream tracked down the board, but she stepped out on the baseline, and basketball will go to Searcy with 1:27 to play until halftime. Greenbrier is up by 13. And Johnson brings it up. Looks like Greenbrier is going to stay in that half-court press. She beats it up, gives it over to Weber. Tried to lob it down low, but Newland stole it. Hopper with it now. Over it goes to Ream. Ream read the floor nicely. Saw she didn't have numbers, and she brings it back out. Now she starts to drive, but she carried with the basketball. Minute 5 to play until halftime. And Johnson will have it now. She crosses the timeline with 57 seconds to play until halftime. They get it over now to Brown. She picks up her dribble, lobs it over for Hadley. She picks up her dribble now in the corner. It goes to Weber, low block jump shot, no good. Scramble for the basketball. Betts has got it. She stayed in bounds. Griffin, lead court pass to Ream.
Yeah, that's a good call.
She traveled the basketball.
She thought she saw a teammate open, tried to stop too fast. Honestly, there you probably need to take a dribble, almost just dribble it out because it's good defense. But just trying to make something happen there and took a few steps. A few too many.
Just a little too many. 30 seconds to go until halftime now with Searcy's with the basketball. Good hold for the final shot. Brown driving through the lane, hangs and hits, and she'll go to the line and a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, I mean, the ref's going to call it no matter what. Doesn't matter if you get all ball, which she might have. Does not matter. Ref's going to call it all day. Any kind of swipe where the ball continues to go through. It's just, I mean, it's going to be a call every time.
25-14, Brown to complete the three-point play, and she does. And looking to bring up the press, but Searcy couldn't do it in time. It looks like, not sure what the call is. Clock never started. That's a break for Searcy because now they get to set up at a press.
Exactly, and that, I mean, that's smart by the, by the ref. You can't really let the game go on with 20 seconds. Now, if it's 4 minutes left in the quarter and it's having that kind of glitch, you might let it go. But 20 seconds, you gotta stop the play.
Nice heads-up play by Ream. She gets it to Newland. A nice pass. Looks like Cooper Wilcox out there. Newland got pushed, though, from behind. And if you're Searcy, that's not what you want to do, is Newland will go to the line. Wow.
Okay, we need to knock these down kind of in the second quarter on a good note because we've had a bad second quarter. They've come back on us here, so we need to end it on a good note here with some good free throws.
We have a couple of guests here at halftime, so stick with us around for that. Between the Mats will be on the air with us to talk some basketball. As Newland knocks down the first free throw, she'll have one more coming as Victoria Corker enters back into the game for our Lady Panthers. 14 seconds to play until halftime, so after the free throw, Greenbrier needs to get back and play some defense. Still a lot of time left. Second free throw's missed. Oden pulls down the board. Gets it ahead to Hadley. 10 seconds. Greenbrier playing some defense. Oh, now Hadley crossover dribble. Floater through the lane. In and out, no good. Gets the ball back, throws it up. Missed that one as well. 2 seconds to go. Oden loses it out of bounds. And that is how the half will end. Greenbrier up 26-15 as we head to the halftime locker room. When we come back, we'll talk to Between the Mats. Stick around with us.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing, they have the vision to see you through. The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
And we're back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. And joining me is Between the Mats, Matt Wilcox, Matt McJunkins. How are y'all doing?
Doing great, man.
Yeah, doing good, man. Doing good.
Good to be in the PAV.
You know, sources tell me that y'all actually just finished an episode of the podcast.
We did.
What was it, episode 11?
11. Last one of 2020.
Oh, man, I'm sure. I know I'm ready to wrap this year up. You know, I'm trying to work today, enjoy my day of work, and I hear on the radio that the Arkansas Bowl game gets canceled. So that's probably something y'all talk about.
2 hours before we were about to do a podcast where pretty much the only thing going on right now in sports is the Hawks are going to play in a bowl game.
Yeah.
I mean, I made mention of it in the podcast, but, like, could it be any more typical of being a Razorback fan that we finally make a bowl game and then it gets canceled?
Yeah, that was something John Neighbors said today. He's like, you telling me I have to wait another year before we can have a bowl game?
Yeah, it's pretty
terrible, man. I mean, it is disappointing. I mean, I've been looking forward to it for a couple weeks.
Right.
You know, we just kind of had it on the schedule like, man, Friday's going to be fun. Going to eat some stuff and watch some games.
It's not going to be the same.
Or I guess it would be Thursday. Would it be tomorrow? Yeah. No, Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday. I get my days mixed up at this point,
right now it is.
Yeah.
So now I'm having to look forward a little bit more to the first, to the big games.
But we're trying to transition a little bit back into basketball. You know, it's kind of tough. We've talked about it a little bit that there's not really anything out there as far as high school basketball goes in the state of Arkansas. You know, football, you've got Hootens, you've got Fearless Friday, you've got some avenues to get some information and some stats, and basketball is just not there. So it makes it a little bit tougher, but we're transitioning to it slowly.
You know, you can go on Friday night late and Saturday on Twitter and get all the stats you want on football.
That's right.
It's not that way with basketball, which is good. I mean, that means the opportunity's there for us to do something nobody else is doing, but also we're going to do it. We're going to go to work.
Yeah.
So what do y'all have in store?
Basically, we're just going to talk. We're going to talk about. We've got a list of the top 40 players, both boys and girls, in the state. We'll highlight some of those guys, and then we're going to try to pick some different games every week that are good games. You know, as we get into conference schedule, it'll be a little bit easier to highlight some of those conference matchups,
which is starting soon.
Yeah. So we'll probably do a similar deal like we do with football. We'll do a pick. We'll have picks each week and have a little contest.
We got to have a contest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know you two guys do.
Junk likes to get beat. So
I'm good at getting beat.
Who won football season? Who had the best?
Yeah.
We were one
game apart.
Going
into the last two ball games.
And so the only way I could win is if I picked, because we were going the last two games with the same picks.
Yeah.
And the only way I could win is if I picked against
him
on both of them. So I ended up losing by 3.
Yeah.
But your producer, Carl Spears,
Yeah.
he said that losing by 3 would be better than tying, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's what he said. So Junk went for it, and it didn't work out for him. But
threw Hail Mary.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
It was.
I'm looking forward to basketball. Basketball is going to be a little tricky because it's kind of like what we ran into today. You know, you do a little prep for the podcast. What you talk about today could be irrelevant tomorrow.
Yeah.
So with basketball, like the games tonight, we talked a little bit about them today, just because that's all we had to talk about because things are dead right now between the holidays. So we're going to have to project out a little bit.
Yeah.
Try to figure out how we're going to be able to talk about things that when we release the podcast are still relevant for the listeners.
When we release it.
When we release it, yeah.
So one of my favorite parts is whenever people get to ask in with a question.
Sure.
The week that I helped y'all, Jesse had a question from Harrison. It was a fun question. Yeah. It's a good thing that Carl probably wasn't there.
Well, and that question has lingered for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's still ongoing.
Oh, yeah, and it will be. And that's the craziest part. Like you said, Matt, I mean, there's not really a great way to fix it.
There's really not.
Because can you really create a conference of all the private schools?
They do it in Mississippi.
And they do it in Texas.
Of course, there's probably more of them.
There are. Yeah.
But, you know, you're just not comparing apples to apples.
Yeah, you would be saying that CAC is competing with PA, and that's where it gets.
They did before
Little Rock
Christian came in, so they're hurting themselves in that regard.
And I talked to Coach Wood a little bit about, you know, if he's heard anything, if they're going to try to do anything to rectify the situation. He said he's heard rumors that they may do some kind of a power ranking based on the winning percentage of the program, and they might move them up in classification based on that. So we'll see.
It would be interesting to see a couple of those teams play a 6A.
Yeah.
Even possibly a 7A
Yeah,
schedule.
that's right.
But you can't. It's going to have to be something like that because you can't just throw them all together.
Yeah.
As is.
Right.
Or it's just going to be worse than what we've already got.
Sure.
But I say that it would be worse for them.
Yeah, for them.
Not the other 150 schools.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's definitely a challenge but it needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
So, guys, why don't y'all go ahead and tell me where we can find your podcast, what to look for, how to look for it, how we can interact with you guys.
So, of course, you can get on Facebook, Between the Mats. Just look it up. Go to either mine or Matt's Facebook page, and you can find it on there. Subscribe to the Facebook page. Subscribe to the Twitter.
Yeah.
Same thing. And every week we post a link for the release of the new podcast. But you can also go to Apple. You can go to Podbean.
Spotify.
I listen to mine on Spotify, yeah.
And just look up Between the Mats.
Yeah.
And it's Mats, M-A-T-T-S. You know,
That's
the
right.
first time I looked it up, I did M-A-T-S.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second. And that's when I figured out Between the Mats, Matt Wilcox, Matt McJunkins.
And typically when you're on a search engine or search bar in those apps, you get that far into it between and it's popping up.
Yeah.
So, so you can go back and listen to all of them. We're on 11 this week, so tomorrow at noon.
Yeah.
I know.
11 will be out.
I guess it wasn't last week since y'all took the break, but the week before, I believe, I loved that one. Y'all had a guy on, I believe, that even Cooper works with some 7-on-7 stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really neat to hear some of the stories.
Leotis Harris, that was Matt's deal, man. Matt got us hooked up with Leotis and Arkansas Elite 100. They're just big on promoting
Arkansas high school kids.
That's right.
Yeah.
They got a 7-on-7 team that Cooper's going to be a part of.
Right.
It's all about. I mean, it's your premier kids in the state going around playing 7-on-7, and it just gets some exposure. And you know, that day that we talked with him on the podcast was the first day to sign, and he was all over the state that day with kids that coached on 7-on-7 team signing letters of intent to play football.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do more of that going forward with hopefully some high school boys and girls coaches around the state, and bring some guests on and do some interviews and things like that too. So
yeah, we'll have there's a lot of people like Pat Bradley and some of your local coaches, college coaches, guys we played with that it'll make it a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's going to definitely be a lot of excitement, and I know I'm really looking forward to it. I have fun just listening in each week.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun to do. One thing me and Matt have always said, regardless of what anybody else cares,
we're having fun.
We're actually having a good time.
Yeah,
so.
right.
Well, guys, thank y'all for joining us. We're going to get back to the game, and I look forward to the new episode tomorrow of Between the Mats.
Thanks for having us on.
Noon.
Go
Thanks
Panthers.
Bye.
Ooh, this is warm.
So here we are to start the second half. Quickly, we'll go over the stats real quick as Kylie Griffin led all scorers with 8. Betts, Ream, and Newland, all three had 6. That totaled out to be 26 points for our Lady Panthers. And for the Searcy Lady Lions, Brown led the way with 5. Robertson had 4 off the bench. And Weber and Hadley both had 3. With 7:55 to play now in the third quarter as we're just underway in the second half, Searcy will have the basketball, and Hadley, little jump stop inside the free throw line. She knocks it down.
It's a whole lot of glass right there.
Hadley knocks it down, and they're looking to come in the press, but Ream beats it. 3-on-2 break. Nice bounce pass, Newland. Weber trying to play some good defense, but Newland finds her way around and knocks it down. Greenbrier's up by 11 with 7:25 to play in quarter number 3. And Hadley will hand it off up top. It goes to Brown. Searcy was in a lot of foul trouble in that first half. They've got quite a few players with 2 fouls. Hopefully that won't play too much of a factor later on as the game continues. A shot there, no good. And they're going to get a foul on Hopper.
We've got to – I noticed that in the first half. I was going to say something. We need to block out more. I'm seeing us just kind of reaching for balls. The key is you've got to block out and then you go for it. We're not really taking that first step too seriously. We're just jumping straight to, reaching for the ball. You have to block out first. It's a critical first step to get rebounds.
Brown inside, jump shot there from Turner, no good. Greenbrier the rebound, looking to push. Turner, bounce pass to Hopper, and she's fouled underneath. See, the foul's going to be on.
Thank goodness she's got knee pads. That would have been painful. No, but JB, it's just they're clearly a bigger team in almost every position. So that's why we have to block out. That's the only way smaller teams can get rebounds is by blocking out first.
Nice move underneath from Newland. She's the first player in double figures tonight. Greenbrier's up by 13 as Newland with a nice post move down on the low block. Weber gives it off to Turner. Jump shot from the free throw line extended, and Turner's first point of the night. And Ream just traveled with the basketball. So Searcy in their full court press forces a turnover, and they'll have the basketball on the baseline with 6:31 to play in the third quarter. Hadley to inbounds. She'll get it into Weber. Hopper's on her. Weber, nice floater, got it to go. She's got 5, and the lead's been trimmed to 9. So Michaela Betts brings it across the timeline now. Over it goes to Griffin. She hands it off to Ream, top of the key now. Thought about a 3, gives it off to Betts now. They're doing a little screen out high on the free throw line there from Newland, and it's opened up some looks. Griffin with the basketball now. She hands it over to Betts.
Wow.
Over now it goes to Newland. Driving through the lane, blocked away by Weber.
I mean, that was a rough foul. She just lowered her shoulder and knocked her over. Happened to be watching it. That was rough for the refs to miss.
Hadley missed the layup, though, on the other end. Battle for the basketball, out of bounds, they're going to call travel. I was out of bounds. I meant to say this is going to be a jump ball or something, a foul, and I said out of bounds. Hadley travels with the basketball, though, now, and Emma Ream will have the basketball on the baseline to inbounds as Searcy stays. My goodness, she almost threw that ball out of bounds on the baseline. Ream with it. Over it goes Newland. Floater, right wing on the jump stop there from Newland. 14-footer, knocks it down. Newland's got 12.
Greenbrier's playing against that pressure really well. Searcy's really putting it on them on the defensive side, but they're playing against it fairly well.
And honestly, Talon, I bet you the reason for that is probably because they're so well coached. You see how fast they play in the game. I bet you they play that fast in practice. So they're seeing this kind of press and this kind of speed that Searcy's trying to put on them to crawl back. They're seeing that almost every practice. So it's kind of easy for them to adapt.
First free throw's up. From Hadley's no good. She'll have one more right here. Greenbrier's up by 11 with 5:22 to play in the third quarter. Second free throw from Hadley's up, and she missed them both. Newland the rebound, looking to push. Gets it out to Ream. Ream, other end, through the lane, lost the handle, out of bounds. It'll be off of Hadley. It'll stay with Greenbrier.
We got lucky there. We kind of forced that a little bit. It was kind of a 1-on-3.
Ream tried to go in heavy traffic there. And
yeah.
Something that Coach Edmondson preaches is giving up a good shot for a great shot. And I think that's something Greenbrier hasn't done a great job of tonight. They've rushed a couple of shots.
Johnson with the basketball now. They give it over to Hadley. Crossover dribble through the lane. Won't go. Newland the rebound. And there's going to be a foul. Not sure who that's on. Looks like that's on Hadley.
Yeah, some would see that as an elbow from Newland, but she's kind of occupying her space and moving around. And I forget, was it 35 or 23?
Hadley, 35.
Hadley.
That was her third foul.
She was in her space. You have to allow the offensive player space, just like the offensive players allow the defensive player space.
6 feet.
Betts through the lane, got it to go underneath.
Yeah, COVID space talent. Yeah, that's what I meant.
As Robertson on the other end, driving a little bit out of control. That's a charge. She ran in there, determined that she was going straight to the basket. The only problem is if anybody cuts off your drive, you're going to get a charge almost every time.
Yeah.
Got to be a little bit more in control when you drive.
Exactly. You've got to make your own space. Just like I was saying, the defender has space and the offensive player has space that both have to be respected. So whenever the defensive player takes up space and the offensive player enters it and knocks that defensive player over, that's a charge.
They're going to get another foul on Robertson. That's her 4th foul. So Odin will come back into the game, as will Henry. And the issue is when you come in like that, like on that foul. Ream's done that a couple of times, driving in out of control. The difference is you got to sidestep the block a little bit or you're going to get a charge.
Yeah.
And Griffin, bounce pass, inbounds to Betts, through the lane, got it to go!
She is so small compared to those defensive players. She got it up past them, though.
She makes it work. Amongst the trees, gets it to go. Greenbrier's biggest lead of the night. They got 18. 39-21 as Betts has 10. Over it goes now Henry. Hopper cuts off her drive. It goes over right wing Weber. Lobs it down low. Nice feed.
Good pass. Good
to
cut,
Brown.
good pass.
Nice finish there from Brown, too, to get that open separation. She's got 7. And on the other end, Michaela Betts, a little out of control, threw it away. And a steal. Ream almost got a foul there as Brown brings it up. Over goes Webb. Bad pass stolen away by Ream after the tip from Betts. Ream, coast to coast. Fouled. She couldn't finish, but Weber hacked her from behind. That's her 2nd foul. And Ream will go to the line to shoot a pair. So with 3:54 to play in the 3rd quarter, Greenbrier's up by 16. Ream's first free throw's up, no good. Off the front of the rim. She'll have one more coming right here. Missed that one too. Hopper battling for the board, and she got it. And she gets it out to Newland, out to Ream. Way to get another possession. Heck of a play there from Ashton Hopper. Newland with it now. Over it goes to Ream now. Tried to lob it down low. Griffin, nice play. Out it goes. Right wing 3 from Newland. No good. And Hopper and Ream battling for it. Oh, a big collision there.
It's a good call.
We're just glad everybody's okay. Should be a foul on Greenbrier, is it not?
Yeah, it should be a foul on Ream. Or Hopper, okay. That could have gone both ways. Ream and Hopper collided at the same time.
That's right. They sandwiched Weber.
Honestly, at that point, the ref's just going to pick one. You know, if they're both fouled at the same time.
Well, it's good. You know, those loose balls, sometimes a coach is okay with a loose ball foul. I'm sure Coach Edmondson's watching now, and he's we hope he's doing okay, and obviously he's analyzing his girls as they play. As Hadley knocks down that jumper. But my point I was going to say is he's not going to be upset with a call like that on a loose ball foul.
I mean, as a coach, you're never going to be 100% okay with the foul. But, you know, you can look at that play and see it as a kind of a positive. Both girls were hustling to the ball, trying to win that battle for the ball, and they just, you know, they came up with a foul.
Bad news for Searcy. They're in foul trouble again. That's Weber's 3rd foul. And
they're almost in the bonus, yeah.
My goodness, Greenbrier's in the bonus. They'll be in the bonus the rest of the way. And when you're down by 14 points and you've been struggling to score, if you're Searcy.
Well, I think they'll be in the bonus next.
That's what I'm saying. The rest of the way, they'll be in the bonus.
You're right, JB. You're right. I didn't think that through. So quick to judge. I'm sorry, JB.
Foul's on Odin. Sorry, I'm just trying to listen for the foul so I can keep track of it. But this will be 2 free throws. It was going to be a shooting foul either way. So Betts goes up, knocks down the first free throw. She's got 11, and she'll have one more coming right here. As looks like Holyfield will enter the game now for the Lions. And Weber will take a seat with 3 fouls. Betts, second free throw's up. Got them both. Can of corn for Michaela Betts as she drops both of them. And the inbounds to Johnson, looking for a trap. They get it to Hadley. Up ahead it goes to Odin. They finally get it ahead to Holyfield. She hands it off to Johnson. Griffin playing on her. Johnson floater through the lane, a little too strong off the glass. Ream pulls down the rebound, looking to push. Ahead it goes to Betts. Johnson's playing on her. Bounce pass to Ream ahead. Gets a screen out high from Newland. Hands it off to Griffin, looking to set something up as Greenbrier's up by 16 with 2:36 to play. Lady Panthers' biggest lead of the night's been 18. They're at 16 now. Lob down low, Newland. Nice entry pass there from Betts, but Newland couldn't finish. And then a steal there from Ream to Newland underneath. In and out, back in again. How about it? Newland's got 14. She leads all scorers. And Hadley loses the basketball, and then she keeps it. Nice play floater from the free throw line, and Hadley knocks it down.
That's a great shot.
I mean, we'll kind of take that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I would much prefer her shoot that shot than shoot one directly underneath the basket.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Full speed, off balance, but yeah.
That's just a good shot.
That was a long floater. Nice drive through the lane. Bench, and she hangs and hits it.
JB,
no foul.
She is fearless in the lane. She's small, but, I mean, she's fearless down there with the ball. She's not afraid of getting blocked.
Greenbrier wants a timeout, up by 18 with 1:48 to play in the third quarter. And they looked really great, but we're going to hit a break. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
Well, out of the timeout, Searcy will have the basketball down by 18, and Holyfield will inbounds to Johnson. They'll bring it across the timeline with 1:43 to play in the third quarter. Reynolds is in the game to start out of the timeout. Hadley driving through the lane, and Reynolds fouls her just like that. That's Reynolds' first foul, though. Just the fourth team foul, so. Oh, I thought that was on the floor.
Yeah, I think she was going up. That is frustrating, though, for Reynolds to come in. First thing you do, foul. Usually it's just trying to play aggressive defense, off the bench, trying to kind of get going and play some hard D, and you just get a foul.
I'm sure she's still trying to get in the rhythm of things. She was out for a week or two, and then after that week or two, Christmas break happens. And
Michaela Betts beats the press, though, ahead to Newland. Jump shot won't go, though, and she gets in, and she might get called for a foul. It'll be a jump ball. The only reason I would have thought of it would have been a foul is because she reached around her.
Yeah, usually that constitutes a foul.
But the ref saw something different, so Michaela Betts will inbounds to Hopper. Hopper looking to drive, gives it over to Ream, and they'll set something up with 1:22 to go in the third quarter. Oden playing defense out on her. Ream, bounce pass to Betts, driving the baseline, couldn't finish. Oden pulls down the boards, and they're looking to push. 5-on-4 break for Searcy. Johnson with it now. Cross-court feed it goes Hadley. Deep, right wing three, no good. Tip ball out of bounds. It'll go to Greenbrier.
I mean, great play on offense, great pass, great cut. Just got to finish down there.
And so Greenbrier has the basketball. Up by 16 with 1:02 to play in the third quarter, and Emma Ream trying to beat the press, and that's a foul on Johnson. That's going to be free throws. It's Johnson's second foul. It's just unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I mean, honestly, you've got to kind of take that risk of fouling here at this point. Almost the end of the third quarter, you're down 16. It's getting harder and harder to come back, so you've got to kind of turn the aggression knob up a little bit, even if it means a few extra fouls. You've got to take that risk.
Ream, first free throw is up and good. She earns the bonus. She's got 7 points tonight. Trying to make it 8 with this free throw. Push the lead back up to 18. Ream knocks them both down. Greenbrier back up by 18 with under a minute to play.
It doesn't feel like an 18-point lead.
Looks like the clock didn't start again.
It did not.
Feel sorry for our
I wonder if it's something that's wrong with the technology.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
So.
Because it's been a consistent issue we've had this season.
As Johnson brings it across the timeline, top of the key now, gives it over to Hadley, right wing. Tries to entry pass down low to Oden, and they threw it away. So, guys, with 48 seconds to play in the third quarter, Greenbrier could hold for the final shot, perhaps. That's still a lot of time. We'll see what they try to do.
48 seconds is a lot.
Got to beat the press, though. And they get it ahead to Hopper. She's going all the way, loses the basketball a little bit. Reynolds has got it now. They get it to Ream. Down low it goes Newland, and she kicks it out to Hopper. 33 seconds. Now they might be holding for the final shot.
Yeah. You hear the no hurry, no hurry.
Yeah, I heard that.
Now Ream starts to drive. Brings
She's
it back
just
out.
Trying to open things up, I think.
Over it goes Reynolds. Right wing three. She got it. Carly Reynolds from the right wing.
I mean, I thought you said Curry Reynolds for a second.
Greenbrier's biggest lead of the night. They're up by 21. Johnson, step back three, top of the key, and she answers with a nice shot. Her first point of the game, and then nearly knocks the ball. It'll be out of bounds off of Ream.
Yeah, it's Searcy ball.
With 0.8 seconds to go, though, they're it's going to be tough to get a shot off.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those tip shots.
You're going to need like an alley-oop.
Except in high school basketball, it's going to be whatever they shoot can pretty much go.
Ball's tipped. Clock should have started, and it won't matter, as that will send us into the fourth quarter. Greenbrier is up by 18, 50-32. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home.
Well, we are back for the start of the fourth quarter. Greenbrier up by 18, looking to close it out and improve to 10-0. As Johnson at the start of the fourth quarter drives through the lane, couldn't hit. And Greenbrier the rebound, Newland to Betts, out it goes Reynolds. She's feeling trigger happy, and she drains another one from the left wing. Carly Reynolds, welcome back. She's got 6 quick points. Down low feed it goes to Turner. That one's off the backboard, no good. Rebound to Greenbrier, up by 21. Greenbrier's trying to run away with it. Over it goes Newland at the high post. Jump stop. Shot won't go. Too strong off the back of the iron. Weber the rebound, and she hands it off to Robertson. Robertson's in the game with 4 fouls right now. They get over to Hadley. Crossover dribble, spin move. Through the lane, throws it up. Wouldn't go. Newland the rebound, and gives it ahead to Ream. Ball tipped away. That's a foul on Robertson. That's her 5th foul. She just fouled out of the game.
Yeah, on a foul you don't really see, It was pretty unnecessary foul. It's kind of tough to foul out, especially on a foul like that.
That's right. But Killens will come into the game for Searcy, and Emma Ream will be at the line to shoot 1-1. Greenbrier will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Ream misses the front end, and Turner pulls down the rebound for Searcy. Down by a lot with 7 minutes to go. Hadley, ball fake, kicks it out. Turner, right wing, thinking about a 3. Now she pulls it. She drains it from the right wing. It's a big 3 there from Turner. She's got 5 tonight. Cuts the lead back down to 18. And Emma Ream will have the basketball now. He's across the timeline, driving, lost the handle. Johnson, now a scramble for it, and a timeout call for Searcy with 6:42 to play in the basketball game. Greenbrier is up by 18. We'll be right back.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite, DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
Well, here we go. 6:42 to play in the basketball game. Searcy's cut the lead to 18 after they called the timeout on that loose ball. They forced the turnover, and they've got an opportunity to try to cut into this lead a little bit. Johnson lost the handle a little bit, picks up her dribble, gives it over to Hadley. Gets a screen out high, pulls the trigger, deep three, off the back of the iron, then over the backboard. Greenbrier.
Okay, here we're going to see a lot of aggressive play from Searcy. It's going to be no holds barred. They're going to take crazy shots, and I mean they've been making them, and they're going to play hard on defense, see what they can get here.
Greenbrier's in the double bonus, so they'll shoot two the rest of the way. It's bad news if you're a Searcy Lions fan. Carly Reynolds with the basketball. Surprised she didn't pull the trigger on that one. She's been hitting it hard there on the left wing.
She's gotten anything she's wanted, pretty much.
Yeah.
And a foul now on Turner. That's her third foul. Kiki Turner.
Honestly, the way they've been calling it, JB, if Turner had gotten set quicker, had gotten to her spot quicker, and really gotten set and fallen over, that might have been a charge.
Sure. But Hopper knocks down the first free throw. That's her first points of the night. She extends the lead to 19. Got a chance to make it a 20-point game right here. Second free throw hits the front of the rim, drops home. So she's got 2 points tonight. Hopper adds to the lead. Greenbrier's back up by 20. Johnson with the basketball now. Out high it goes to Hadley. Gets a ball screen. Now she drives through the lane, and she's going to be fouled. It's going to be on Carly Reynolds. So Hadley will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. And she knocks down the first free throw. She's got 12. She's the only player for Searcy in double figures. She's got 12, and one more free throw coming right here. Gets them both. So Searcy back in the press. Inbounds to Ream. Hadley's on her. Ream beats the press. Trying to bring it across the timeline now. She finally does. She'll hand it off to Michaela Betts. Hadley fouled her. That's Hadley's fourth foul, and Michaela Betts will go to the free throw line.
Shooting two.
That's right. The rest of the way. Greenbrier's in the double bonus. Greenbrier still has a foul to give before Searcy's in the bonus, so this game might drag on a little bit with a lot of free throws coming as Michaela Betts knocks down the first free throw. She's got 15. She'll have one more coming right here. Knocks them both down. She leads all scorers with 16 points. Michaela Betts having a night. And Johnson will bring it across the timeline. She gives it over to Hadley now. Gets a screen out high, driving. Jump stop, 16-footer, no good. And they get their own rebound. That's Turner. Thought about a three, and then she traveled with the basket. Oh, her double dribble. It's a turnover. And Greenbrier will get the basketball back with 5:39 to play in the basketball game, up by 20. Inbounds, it goes to Ream. She beats the press again. And now she slows it down now in the half court. They're looking to set something up. Coach Edmondson and the Lady Panthers. Coach Ellison as well, looking to improve to 10-0 on the year. They're 5 minutes and 18 seconds away from doing that, barring a miracle from Searcy. Still wasting some time. Bounce pass to Newland. Back it goes Reynolds.
Plenty of it to waste at this point.
That's right. Michaela Betts with it now. Kylie Griffin's on the bench now. She's been on the bench for a little bit most of this quarter. Kick it out, Reynolds. Left wing three. Got another one.
Goodness.
Carly Reynolds, welcome back. She's got 9 and on 3 threes. I believe she's 3 for 3 tonight, fellas.
I think she
missed one.
She missed
She
one.
might have missed one.
3 for 4. I mean, that's still pretty
She's
good.
3 for her last 3.
Come on.
Hey, when we're up here, nobody can know.
80%?
We'll just make up the stats as we go.
Not 80%, that's 75.
75.
JB's
Hey.
got a math degree.
Don't ask me, guys. Floater in the lane. Hadley couldn't finish. Loose basketball. Johnson will pull it down in the corner.
And you see, that's why Mike and I said earlier, that's why we're going to take that shot most of the time, because it's not going to fall most of the time. And that last time she made it was just a good shot.
Yeah.
Victoria Corker is going to enter the game now for our Lady Panthers. Greenbrier's up by 23. Ashton Hopper will take a seat.
Ashton Hopper played a lot of minutes tonight. Was really productive on both sides of the ball. Just played really aggressive.
Yeah, usually we see her kind of in a sixth woman position, starting today. So she's really stepped up.
Carly Reynolds with it out on the right wing. Gives it to Newland. Backs her way in. Kicks it out, Ream. Thought about a three. That's a wise decision there from Ream. No sense to pull something. Up by 23. And a reach-in foul there on Hadley. That might be her 5th foul. She's walking to the bench as if it is. And, indeed, that's the call.
This is not good for Searcy.
Is that 2 players that now have fouled out?
Yes, 2 players have fouled out. Looks like Brown will check it back into the game for the Lions. They're down by 23, and this lead just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And it will, as long as they keep on losing players like this.
That's their leading scorer for tonight as Ream misses the first free throw. JoJo Jerry will enter the game for the first time tonight. Carly Reynolds will take a seat. Looks like Henry Holyfield. Well, it looks like just Henry and Holyfield will check into the game now for the Lions. And Ream will have one more free throw coming. It is up, and she got that one. So Ream's got 9. And with 3:45 to play in the basketball game, Greenbrier's up by 24 on Searcy. They're going to need a lot of points in a hurry. Brown with it. Drives. Baseline. Through the lane. And she's fouled by Newland. She is fouled hard.
Ooh.
We hope she's okay. Goodness, she hit the deck very hard.
Looks like it might be her back. It's definitely a good call, foul on Newland there.
That is a hard foul. We hope she's okay.
Just an awkward fall, too.
Yeah.
I think it was more of the land than the foul.
Right. Well, and she did a good job driving through the lane, drawing the contact, put the ball across her body so Newland had to reach across her to get the foul.
And I think the reason she fell so awkwardly is she was trying to get in a better position to make the layup, get away from Newland's hand, get away from getting blocked, and that kind of put her in an awkward spot, which made the landing so painful.
She's still painful after that first free throw. Is Oden looking to check in? She might be checking in for Brown after the shot. We'll see. Good to see that she's all right, though, as the second free throw's up. Just barely missed that one. And Newland, the rebound, gives it over to Ream with 3:33 to play in the basketball game. In the half court now, Ream. It's a screen out high from Newland. Drives through the lane, and she got it. Hangs and hits. Ream's got 11, and Greenbrier's biggest lead of the night. They're up by 26. Did my math right that time, guys?
JB, I believe that you do your math right every time.
Henry,
it's me in town, that
wing.
struggle.
3 there from Henry, her first points of the night. She pulled the trigger on a deep 3 and buried it. I appreciate that, guys.
Earlier this month I took a final in my trigonometry class, and it will be the last math class I ever take in my life.
Praise the Lord.
Never say never, Talon.
Amen to
Stop, JB.
Victoria Corker with the basketball now. Gives it over to Ream. And back it goes to Corker with 2:54 to play in the basketball game. That was a nice-looking 3 there from Henry on the other end from Searcy, by the way. As Killens is back in the game for the Lions. Ream with a nice move. Right wing picks up her dribble. Feeds it to Newland. Right hand off the glass, no good. And Henry has it, nearly threw it away, but Johnson will keep possession. And JoJo Jerry knocks it away and steals it. And then threw it away. Now Henry loses the basketball. Hopper knocks it away. To Ream, to Newland, all alone. Holyfield blocks her out of bounds, though. My goodness. Holyfield coming in transition with some great defense. Wants Newland out of play.
I hate to be that guy, but JoJo Jerry had an entire foot standing out of bounds.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Corker.
He's been waiting a little bit to say that.
Corker
Pump
with
that
the
nugget.
Well, after the game, we'll go back and look and fact-check you. No, I'm kidding. Corker hands it off to Ream with 2:11 to play. Ream through the lane, picks up her dribble, gives it to Newland. Wide open Hopper. She drives through the lane, throws it up. No good. Loose basketball. Newland's got it. Kicked it out to Ream. And look at there. Might have got away with the travel, then threw it away to Henry. Ahead it goes to Killens and over now to Johnson with 1:51 to go. Johnson, crossover dribble, down low, Oden, off the glass, couldn't finish. JoJo Jerry battling for the board, but it'll be Newland that comes out of there with it. She gives it ahead to Emma Ream with 1:40 to go as Ashlyn Newton's heading to the scores table to check in, as is Carson, and I believe Calias as well, or Riley Kimball.
I'll tell you guys, it was nice to be back in the PAV tonight. Getting a win in the PAV. It's nice to be back. You know?
It is. Sorry, I was tuned out listening to the coach, what he's saying, and then I realized you were talking to me. No, yeah, it is. It's great to be back. We've missed you guys. I mean, I guess, you know, just from all that's going on. We had a game canceled before Christmas. It's been a little bit, and then you've been out even longer, Talon. So we're glad that you're back. And
gosh, you know, I was watching at home. I watched the BB game at home, and I watched the game before that. I don't remember who we played, but I was just sitting here listening to you and Sean and then you and Matt in the next game, and I was like, goodness gracious. I was just itching to be with. I wanted to be out here so bad, and what a blessing it's been. And it's kind of eye-opening, like, man, I really love doing this.
Count your blessings, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, we're so glad you're back, Talon. JoJo Jerry will inbounds here out of the timeout as Kimball, Carson, and Newton are in. And then, was that Reynolds who threw that away?
Kylie Griffin almost got her head taken off on that pass.
Was she paying attention? Or did she just move out of the way in time? Either way, Searcy with the basketball with 1:22 to go. And Johnson will have it now. Lobs it down low to Henry. Shot won't go. Oden pulls down the board, though, and she's fouled by Newton.
Man, JB, if the size advantage was not clear enough before, it's definitely evident now. I mean, it kind of looks like a...
Guys, there's not a single Greenbrier player with more than 2 fouls out there.
Wow.
Even on the, I mean, that's crazy.
It's disciplined basketball, man. Disciplined.
Oden at the free throw line. That one hit the right side of the rim, the backboard, and dropped in. She had the right amount of English on it.
Are you talking about all the players that are on the court now?
The whole team. Sorry.
Oh, the whole team. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Towns.
They just entered the game, JB. There's no way. Yeah.
I was like, JB, well, I mean, they all
trying
just
to fact
checked
check,
in.
man. Trying to fact check him.
Oh, goodness. 22-point game. Greenbrier's up. Inbound knocked away by Johnson. As Carly Reynolds was inbounding. 1:15 to go. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to this broadcast after the girls' game. Halftime of the boys' game, where our plan is to talk to.
We don't know what our plan
between
is.
The mats.
We might talk to between the mats, depending on how Junk's kids are doing.
Loose basketball on the inbound. It goes from one end of the court to the other, and she stepped down on the baseline. That was Oden. So Greenbrier will have it.
Talon, he got it that time. He was listening. He said, I can't disappoint Talon again. I got to call this time.
Got to call the baseline. So with 1:09 to go, it comes in as just a long inbound pass from one end to the other. They'll inbound here.
Let's see if our regular players that sit on the bench a lot, see if they can come in here and get some points.
Yeah, especially without there being a JV game today. You know, that's usually the time that these girls get their practice in games and get ready for what's to come for them. But
Carson, right way, couldn't hit.
Good.
Loose basketball. Henry's got it. She gets it out to Holyfield. They push to Johnson. Johnson through the lane. Over goes to Killens, to Oden, to Johnson. Tried to lob it down low, and it was going to be stolen by Newton, but she couldn't hang on to the basketball. It'll stay with Searcy.
I guess I missed something.
What's that?
I didn't think that was tipped by us, but maybe I.
Well, Newton.
It was.
Oh, at the last second. I'm sorry. I forget I said that. You should have muted me.
Henry, out it goes to Oden. Top of the key, Johnson with 34 seconds to go. Holyfield with it. Trying to lob down low to Oden. Got it. Kimball nearly stole it away, but a nice play by Oden. She's got 4. And JoJo Jerry with the basketball now. Brings it across the timeline. Tipped away by Henry, but Reynolds keeps it. Over in the corner to Carson. She lobs it. Tried to lob it for Jerry, but then Oden picked it off and goes coast to coast and lays it in. Oden's got 6.
A little bit of a miscommunication there.
5 seconds to go. Greenbrier's going to improve to 10-0. JoJo Jerry with it. She'll let the clock expire across the timeline, and that'll do it. Greenbrier wins it 63-45, guys. They improved to a very impressive 10-0 right before conference play.
You know, from all the research that I did, I believe this is the greatest start to a season in this girls' team history.
Really?
10-0. If I remember correctly, the best I could find was back in 2008. I believe they started 5-0. So this has been a really phenomenal start to the season, and a lot of credit due to Coach Edmondson. I mean, he's put together such a phenomenal team, and he's really got these girls bought in. He wasn't even here tonight, and they still played like he was.
The energy is infectious, you can tell.
He's done an incredible job coaching them. There's no question about that. He could not be any more happy heading into conference play with an undefeated slate, 10-0. You know, I imagine at the start of the season, no coach looks in saying, hey, this is a guaranteed. We're going to be 10-0 heading into conference play. You play each game one at a time, and obviously for Coach Edmondson, he's got to be very, very pleased. But that's going to do it for the girls' broadcast. We'll have the guys coming up after this break. We'll go over the girls' statistics, and we'll have the varsity boys matchup coming to you after a word from our sponsors.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing, they have the vision to see you through. The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
And we are back inside of the PAV in the wake of our Lady Panthers' 63-45 victory over the Searcy Lions. Greenbrier improves to 10-0, and the Lady Lions fall to 2-3. As we close out the statistics from the matchup, we'll start with Searcy. Their leading scorer was Hadley. She had 13 points. She led them. She's the only player in double figures.
She fouled out early in the fourth quarter, too, if I'm not mistaken.
She did. Her and Robertson fouled out in the third quarter. But after that, Brown had 7. Odin had 6. Both Weber and Turner added 5. Robertson had 4. She fouled out in the third quarter. And then Johnson and Henry both added 3. And then for our Lady Panthers, there were 4 players in double figures. And then Carly Reynolds was flirting with it. Michaela Betts led all scorers with 16. Alex Newland had 14. Both Emma Ream and Kylie Griffin had 11. And Kylie Griffin didn't play a whole lot in the second half. Didn't really need to. Give some other players some experience. Carly Reynolds had 3 electric threes down the stretch late in the second half. She had 9 points. And Ashton Hopper had a pair of free throws. She ended the night with 2. As we get set for the guys' basketball matchup, Searcy's 4-4 heading into the night. We talked to their head coach a moment ago. He talked to us a little bit about what they're looking forward to here in tonight's matchup. Again, this is their first night that they've had all of their starters back and healthy. He said they should have a full roster. This is their last game before conference play. It's the same for our Panthers. And as we get set to start the game, we'll head down to the court for the starting lineups.
Let's compete. Let's compete. Please. Let's just compete.
Okay, we'd like to welcome everybody out to the second game of the evening between the Searcy High School Lions and the Greenbrier Panthers. First, the starting lineups for the visiting Lions. At guard, number 1, a junior, Braden Watson. At guard, a senior, number 4, Landon Hambrick. At guard, senior, number 10, Amarion Briscoe. At forward, a senior, number 30, Willie Bowser. And at guard, a junior, number 44, Cameron Hicks. And now, for your Greenbrier Panthers, a senior, number 10, Nate Barentine. A junior, number 1, Jacob Mathis.
Do we have a graphic or no?
Also a junior, number 23, Reese Jones. A sophomore, number 3, Jace Dunlap. And also sophomore, number 4, Jack Runsick. The Panthers are coached by Mike Simmons, assistant Caleb Ellison.
So here we go, fellas, as we are moments away from the first tip. You just heard the starting lineups. We'll go over them again real quickly. Again, we thank you guys for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Jacob Mathis, Jace Dunlap, Jack Runsick, Reese Jones, and Nate Barentine, the starting 5. Coach Simmons going with a little bit of a smaller lineup to start the game. And for the Searcy Lions, they've got some tall guys out there. They got some length, there's no question. Braden Watson, Landon Hambrick, Amarion Briscoe, Willie Bowser, and Cameron Hicks. Willie Bowser and Jacob Mathis will jump center.
One of those guys has a tattoo. You don't see that often in high school sports. Does the intimidation factor
pointing out the important stuff?
Does the intimidation factor rise a little bit if you see a guy stepping onto the court with a tattoo? I think it does for me. I'm like, okay, this guy's like
especially whenever his name's Bowser.
It doesn't seem to affect Nate Barentine. He was just chit-chatting like it was no problem. The opening tips won by Bowser and the Lions. As Watson has it, he gives it over to Hicks. Now over in the corner to Marion Briscoe. Hicks with it now to Briscoe out high. Dunlap's on him. They get it over to Watson. Over now to Landon Hambrick. Hambrick to Hicks. They're just moving the ball around a lot. Briscoe's got it now left wing, pulls the trigger on a 3. He missed it. And it'll be an offensive foul on Willie Bowser.
I mean, I guess you could call that a pass.
He didn't really even leave his feet on the shot. You know, if that guy leaves his feet on the shot, puts his his release up.
Do you think it could have been a pass? It went right to his teammate.
No, that's a shot.
Okay.
Oh well, I mean he didn't leave his feet.
Which he doesn't look like the kind of player that would have a shot where you don't leave your feet. Maybe he does. We'll keep watching the shot. See.
Big Nate Barrentine's going to take that shot
Ooh,
though.
Mathis with some aggression down low. Couldn't get the board, but he chases it down and gets the basketball. Nice play by Mathis, but it's stolen away by Hambrick. Good defense there for Searcy, and they bring it up quick. Hicks, left wing three, no good. Battle for the board. Runzik's got it.
Good board.
Looking to push here. Other end. Man, Briscoe fell on the court. They try to tip pass down low to Mathis. Down low, or out in the corner to Dunlap. To Runzik, left corner. No good. And Hicks pulls down the board with a 6:48 to play. Neither team has scored. And Watson with the basketball. Crossover dribble through the lane. Throws it up. Late foul. It's going to be on. Let's see who it's on, actually.
Hey, I love the movement down here by our Panthers. Great open shot. Now, that is a tough shot. That side three is always a hard shot. It's the hardest three to shoot with the most, lowest percentage for going in of all the three-point shots. But other than that, great play, great passes, good movement, and got an open man. It's the best shot you can ask for right there.
Watson knocks down the first free throw. We'll have one more coming right here. Gets them both. And Searcy's up 2-0. With 6:42 to play in the first quarter. Nate Barrentine out it goes to Reese Jones. Top of the key, hands it off to Runzik. To Dunlap, right wing. Bounce pass on the low block to Mathis, trying to back his way in. And he's out of bounds. So Searcy will get the basketball after the turnover.
During our next break, I have a little word from Coach Edmondson I want to share on the broadcast with all of our viewers, so be sure to stay tuned in during our next break.
They got it out high to Bowser, now Searcy other end. That's Watson with it now left wing. Top of the key to Briscoe. And they'll set it back up again here in the half court. Greenbrier in a man-to-man. It's been a little bit more of a slow-paced game. Hambrick over now to Briscoe. Dunlap's on him. Lob down low, Bowser. Got to move, and he lays it in. Hey, that was a great play there by Willie Bowser to box his man out, get some separation down low.
Well-placed ball. I mean, that's almost the best defense you can play there if you're Mathis. You know, you're clearly a smaller guy. You've got to front him like that, continue to front him. That's your best option at stopping a bigger guy like that.
Reese Jones doing some work down low, draws the foul after the miss. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
You know, what's interesting to me is that Searcy's biggest player has, I think, spent the least amount of time in the paint tonight. Early in this game. He's not playing down in the paint at all.
That might be by design, keep him out of foul trouble. I don't know. Either way, he's going to the bench now.
Yeah, that was Bowser's second foul, and Jones will shoot a pair here.
Oh, that's not. I was talking about 44.
Okay. You think he's their biggest?
44 is
one of their biggest.
6'4". Cameron Hicks with the basketball.
You know how big Bowser is?
He's 6'1".
Really? Am I crazy? Okay, we'll move on from that.
I don't know. Was that a foul or just out of bounds?
I believe it was a travel.
Oh, travel. Okay. Reese Jones with the basketball, hands it off to Dunlap. Sorry, I had a lot going on here at one time. They get it out now to Barrentine over in the corner to Dunlap, right wing. Thought about driving, picks up his dribble, gives it over to Barrentine.
Greenbrier's really just got to find a shot and get on the board here.
Spin move through the lane, runs it, draws the contact, and he finishes. Wow, nice play from Runzik. Who's the foul on? Looks like Kyler Tingler. Runzik to complete the three-point play, and he does. But, yeah, sorry, guys. So, yeah, Cameron Hicks is 6'4", Willie Bowser 6'1".
Okay. I stand corrected.
Hicks over, it goes to Briscoe. Back up top to Hambrick. Now over to Hicks. Which is surprising that they had Bowser jump center instead of Hicks. But Hicks left wing got a three.
Ooh. Maybe that's why they're trying to get him set up for a three-pointer. But, no, I think that's what was confusing me is Bowser jumped, so I just assumed he's the biggest guy on the floor.
Right.
But he probably can just jump the highest. I bet that's what it is. But
I'm not sure what the call is here.
Little shoe tie.
Yep. Timeout to tie the shoe.
My coach used to tell me if I was ever tired, just really quick, go down, untie my shoes, and be like, oh, ref, I got to tie my shoes. Hey, it works.
Just hope they call it.
No, otherwise you're screwed.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
Jason Kidd uses the old
drop the cup of water.
The cup of water, yeah.
That's right.
Oh no!
Oh,
we have a
shoot.
huge mess
Game's
here.
got to stop, I guess.
A classic.
We're not saying that's what Jack Runzick did.
No, we're going to go look back and we'll fact check that. Barentine, crossover dribble, kicks it out to Runzick, driving through the lane, open look, and he got it.
Ooh, what a Euro
Runzick.
step. Beautiful Euro step.
Playing
there.
with a lot of speed too.
Runzick's got 5 points. He's the lone scorer tonight for Greenbrier. 7-5, Amarion Briscoe with a floater through the lane. Nice play from Briscoe.
Inches away from a block.
Searcy's got 4 players on the scorers column tonight. Already. Over it goes Barentine. Deep, right wing three, you bet.
Big
Barentine.
Big Barentine.
Time,
with
baby.
the 3 from the right wing. It's a 1-point game. That shot up there, no good.
And you know, guys, I was just kind of
But a foul.
thinking, I was bouncing around in my head for the first couple minutes. I wasn't really seeing much of it, but it's time for Barentine. It was time.
That's right.
You know, he shot a deep 3 like that earlier in the game, and then he was pretty quiet until that last shot.
Foul was on the floor. Tip play on the inbounds, but it goes right to Tingler. Out it goes to Briscoe. Stafford's checking into the game now, driving through the lane. A foul again on the floor. Might be on Allison. Oh, it's going to be on Reese Jones. That's his second foul. 2 quick fouls. That's back-to-back fouls on Jones. He might be taking a seat.
Might have swiped a little too aggressively there. It was a nice move from, I think, is it Briscoe?
Yeah, Briscoe.
Good move.
Briscoe's a good player. Inbounds to Marion Briscoe. Thought about the 3. Kicks it out to Jack Stafford. Lefty with the basketball. Gives it over to Hicks. Over now it goes to Watson. Left wing. Nice feed out. It's on the low block to Tingler. Top of the key now. Briscoe wants a 3, and he drains it.
That was his 3-point shot.
Goodness gracious.
He didn't leave his feet really there either.
Well, there you go.
Briscoe
The results are in.
drains the 3. They kick it out to Barentine. He wants a 3 of his own. No good off the side of the rim, and Stafford chased it down and
Not
saved
sure
it.
why he saved that one, but hey, it's all about the hustle there. You can appreciate it.
Now driving through the lanes of Watson. Shot won't go. Runzick pulls down the board. They double team him. Oh, my goodness. Loose basketball. Watson's got it. He drives through the lane, and he can't finish. Loose basketball. Watson keeps it. And the ball's tipped out of bounds it'll be off of Barentine. It'll stay with Searcy. On that loose ball, though, my goodness, Tingler landed on the ball. That is.
If I did that, I would have a broken ankle.
Goodness. Watson with the basketball over. It goes to Briscoe. Over now to Tingler. Down low to Hicks. Nice move. Couldn't finish. Gets his own board, and he's going to be fouled by Reese Jones, I think. And that's going to be Reese Jones' 3rd foul if it is.
See, he's bigger than all of our guys down there, so we can't let him get that rebound in the first place. We've got to block him out because he is taller. Stop reaching for rebounds. Start blocking out for rebounds. And then those fouls aren't necessary at that point because he's so much bigger. If he gets the ball that low, he's probably going to score on us or get to the line. Either one is probably going to happen. So you just cannot let him get that rebound. You've got to block him out.
Criswell checks into the game for the first time for our Panthers. Daniel Perry comes into the game for the Lions with 2:32 to play in the first quarter. Cameron Hicks, second free throws up, got them both. He's got 5, a couple substitutions now. Actually, just one. Zach Killens comes into the game for the Lions. Jack Runzick, one bounce to Criswell, but Runzick will bring it up. Over it goes to Barentine. Crossover dribble, nice move. Through the basket, hangs and hits. Nice play, Barrington. He's got 5.
Gosh, that kid is a spark for this team.
The lead's been trimmed to 4. Looks like Zyron Williams is in the game now for the Lions. Give it over to Killens. Through the lane, stolen by Criswell. Nice job at the top of the key. He picks up his dribble, though, gives it to Runzik. Lob down for Allison. A little bit out of control, lost it. Stolen away by Tingler. Ahead it goes to Perry. Kicks out, corner 3, Stafford. Got it.
Man, that's a great pass. You know, I don't think that he was looking at the kid in the corner either.
Yeah, and we kind of missed an opportunity for a good pass down here. We had an open man. It just missed him. That was a good layup opportunity down there.
It's a good assist there from Perry, like you said, though. Yeah. Arentine, nice ball fake through the lane. Goodness, thought he got fouled. Drew some contact but couldn't finish. Stafford out of there with it. Out it goes. Drive, Williams through the lane. He's blocked by Mathis. Perry trying to get the rebound. Loose basketball. Open, corner 3, Stafford again, and he buries it. That extends the lead to 10 for
He pointed back
Searcy.
at the Greenbrier bench after that three-pointer.
Well, 1:06 to go in the first quarter. We'll hit a break. Greenbrier's down by 10. And here we go. Out of the timeout, Greenbrier will go with Criswell, Dunlap, Mathis, Allison, and Barentine. After Searcy went on a little bit of a hot streak, they're up by 10 with under a minute to play in the first quarter. Allison with the basketball. Turnaround, left hand, hook shot, won't go. And the rebound comes away to Stafford. They'll bring it up. Over it goes to Perry. Drives through the lane. All kinds of contact, and who's the foul going to be on? Foul's on Allison.
Yeah, it's a good call. You just got to keep those hands at a 90-degree angle once they come down.
First free throw, though, from Perry is no good. You mean 180 degree? Straight up?
Yeah, straight up. That's better.
JB does have a math degree.
Yeah, 90 degree doesn't really make much sense. I was testing his knowledge there.
Well, no wonder they got a foul if they had it at 90, Mac. Perry, second free throw's up and good. Perry knocks it down. He's got his first points of the night. Searcy's up by 11 with 37 seconds to play in the first quarter. Barentine, the basketball. He's a playmaker for Greenbrier. Give it off to Criswell through the lane. Little floater wouldn't go. Finger roll, couldn't finish, and out of bounds it'll go to Searcy. I think an hold for the final shot now as Zach Killens is in the game. Get it to Zyron Williams. Holding for the final shot, perhaps. Killens, top of the key. Ball fake, out it goes Stafford, wide open 3. He drained it, however, offensive foul, thank goodness. So Greenbrier will have the basketball.
And Greenbrier will also need to do a better job of covering that kid. You know, that's 2 shots he's made, and it would have made a third if it weren't for an offensive foul.
They give it over to Mathis, driving through the lane, off the glass, just couldn't finish. Stafford picks up his dribble, trying to get a shot off, won't be able to do it. And that's how the quarter will end. 21-10 our score. Before we hit a break, Talon, you have a word from Coach Edmondson, don't you?
Yeah, Coach Edmondson sent the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network a little text. He said, thought we played really well, especially defensively. At times, we got in too big of a hurry, which led to a couple of turnovers. But overall, we did a lot of things well. And, of course, he's talking about the girls' basketball team. really good to pick up another win leading into conference play. And I think that's really a key aspect to focus in that text is just you're going into conference play 10-0. I mean, every single player on that girls team is bought in at this point. Everyone's ready for what's to come for this Lady Panthers team. They're ready for conference play. They got a big win against a pretty good Searcy team, and now they're going to go into conference play with a lot of confidence.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, and they've got to stay bought in. You know, that's something easy towards the middle of the season, especially with basketball, where you kind of get hot, that you can kind of lose that at times. So I think the focus for them going forward is going to be how do we keep consistency? How do we keep doing what we were doing in week 1 in practice? How do we keep doing what we were doing in week 1 as far as mindset goes and keep that consistency going, keep that hunger and that aggressiveness going team-wide?
That's right. You know, and I don't know if Coach Edmondson's still watching or not. We have a word for him. No, I'm kidding. But I think that what I was going to say, you know, looking at how they've played this first, you know, part of the season, you know, congrats to him, first off, you know, for having just a great year for our Lady Panthers. They have beaten some pretty impressive opponents. They beat an undefeated Benton team, I believe an undefeated Lakeside Rams team. I mean,
a Harding Academy team that
right.
competes in their division for the title every year almost.
So just kudos to him, and you know, we want to tip our cap to him for an impressive year so far. As we're underway in the second quarter, Greenbrier's down by 11. Trying to make something happen here is Dunlap drives through the lane, kicks it out to Barentine. Ball fake through the lane, floater, couldn't hit. Allison offensive board, just threw it up, wouldn't go, and Willie Bowser's back in the game, and he pulls down the board.
That's happened a couple times. A nice drive, a nice shot, and just barely goes out.
Hicks the deep three, wouldn't go. Loose basketball, and Mathis out of there with it. Might have got away with a travel. Out of bounds. It'll be off of Bowser. Stay with Greenbrier.
Could have gone either way there, but, I mean, I like the hustle being rewarded there.
Right. Brunswick will get the inbounds. And he'll bring it across the timeline with 7:15 to play until halftime. Barentine with the basketball. Gives it over now to Mathis. To Dunlap. Barentine off the screen. Top of the key. You bet, Nate. Barentine with a 3. He's got 8. And he leads all scores. He's a good ball player.
He really is.
Driving through the lanes, Watson gets it out to Omarion Briscoe. Lost the basketball, gets it back, drives through the lane. A little bit out of control again, trying to throw it to Hicks, but a nice save. Hamrick threw it away, back to Dunlap. Greenbrier, 3-on-2 break. Goodness, Dunlap tried to save it to Runzik.
Wow, Runzik was so close to going out of bounds.
Barentine, right wing 3, got another one. What time is it? It's Barentine, the 3 from the right wing, and he's got 11. Barentine's electric playing, my goodness. And Hamrick with the basketball, traveled with it. And Barentine forces the turnover. Kendall will come into the game now, it looks like for Allison, with 6:12 to play until halftime. But Nate Barentine single-handedly bringing our Greenbrier Panthers within 5.
Yeah, JB, this is our opportunity here. This is the crack in the door for us to come back here and make this a better game. Only down 5 and with our possession and the momentum in our favor.
Runzik brings it across the timeline. Looking to set up some offense. Mathis gives him a screen out high. Now they get it over to Mathis. Barentine, corner 3, wants another one, you bet! Nate Barentine, a 3 from the corner. He's got 14 tonight, and Greenbrier's within 2.
That's the only offense we need right now.
Barentine.
3 triples in a row from Barentine, and a foul out high from Mathis on Cameron Hicks. Mathis' first foul. And Hicks will inbounds to Braden Watson in the backcourt. Runzik's on him. They'll set it up, give it to Hambrick. Back it goes to Watson. Through the lane. Draw some contact. No foul called.
That could have been an and 1.
Maybe should have been.
Probably, yeah.
Sure. Runzik brings it ahead to Mathis. Ball fake. Now gives it back to Dunlap, over now to Runzik. Driving through the lane, Runzik, contact, no. The shot won't go, but he's fouled.
We got to knock these down here.
I think it's on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Should be on Cameron Hicks. Yep, I think the foul's on Hicks. They didn't say. And the inbounds now. Runzik with it. Picks up his dribble. Got Dunlap. Ball fake. Picks up his dribble. Tries to lob it. That was not a good decision. Hambrick out of there with it. Behind the back dribble. Now Briscoe's got it. He drives through the lane. Shot won't go. Bowser with it. Kendall tried to save it. Got it back into Bowser, but he traveled with the basketball. That's where he tried to throw the shot up, but the shot was kind of blocked, and he stayed on his feet.
Could have been a travel, could have been a foul there.
Absolutely. 23-19. Greenbrier's down by 4. And Runzik with the basketball with 4:52 to play until halftime. Ooh, Dunlap nearly traveled with the basketball. Give it over to Mathis. Bounce pass to Dunlap, right wing. To Barentine, off the screen, top of the key. 3 won't go, but Mathis the offensive board, but an offensive foul on Thomas Kendall. Oh, it's a foul on Mathis.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Searcy's going to shoot free throws. They're into the bonus. They'll shoot a 1-and-1, and Braden Watson will head to the line.
Ooh, much too early to be in the bonus.
That's right.
I think our girls got in the bonus around 2.5, 3 minutes second quarter. We said that was too early, so 4.5. Oof.
Watson, first free throw. Got it to go. He earns the bonus. He's got 5. Second free throw's up. Missed that one, and the rebound pulled down by Jack Runzik. It's a 5-point Searcy lead with 4:35 to go. Dunlap out high. They give it over to Kendall now. They get Runzik off a ball screen in the right wing. Now Dunlap pulls the trigger, right corner. Missed it, but Barentine trying to chase it down. What's the call? They call a foul?
Yeah.
Oh, they called a foul on Barentine.
I thought it might have been out of bounds because I think he touched the ball while he was standing out of bounds, but wasn't sure it was going to be a foul. But
these refs are calling a lot, and maybe Greenbrier needs to realize that and say maybe we need to be a little less aggressive.
Adjust to the game. That's
yeah,
right.
It seems like there's kind of been an ebb and flow with the refs' calls here. It seems like they've been pretty consistent. I think they started the game off being pretty, letting it play pretty hard, and now they've kind of switched to soft now.
Bowser missed the free throw, but Hicks cleaned up the mess as he gets the rebound and the putback. And Runzik on the other end missed the shot underneath. Offensive foul on Kendall. That'll be free throws. So
guys,
shoot free throws.
We were talking 20 seconds ago about how we don't need to be in the bonus, and there have already been, I believe, 3 free throws shot.
We're just fortunate they haven't made more free throws than they have. Is Willie Bowser. First free throw. Got that one. He earns the bonus. He'll have one more coming. Greenbrier has 2 players in the scores column tonight. Runzik's got 5, and Barentine's got 14. Bowser knocks down both free throws. He's got 4 tonight. The lead's back up to 9 with 4:11 to play until halftime, and Jay Dunlap with the basketball.
Get someone to drive to the basket. Just get something going on offense.
Barentine over to Mathis. Mathis, heard ya, drives through the lane, spin move, couldn't finish, drew some contact but no call. Watson the other way, bounce pass to Perry, left hand, blew the layup, Criswell the rebound. Greenbrier caught a break, Perry couldn't finish with the left hand. Dunlap ahead, it goes to Mathis through the lane, and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, couldn't finish. Foul's on Watson, that's Watson's first, but Mathis will go to the line to shoot a pair. And now Greenbrier will be in the bonus the rest of the way. And Stafford heads back to the scores table to check back in. He's a fan favorite. After his little point to the bench earlier. Mathis knocks down the first free throw. He's got 1. Greenbrier's cut the lead to 8. Mathis will have one more free throw coming right here. Second free throw from Mathis is up and good. He's got 2. And Braden Watson will bring it across the timeline for Searcy. Behind the back dribble, over it goes to Cameron Hicks. Lob down low, Hogan had stole it, and then Perry threw it out of bounds off of Criswell.
Did it not hit his foot?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what happened. All I know is that was a heck of a play by Perry. Behind the back, threw it behind his back. The only thing I would have thought is was Perry not on the ground when he threw it.
Yeah, exactly.
However, an offensive foul. That's going to be on Bowser. That's his 3rd foul.
That last play might have been a little bit fun to have instant replay on. There's just
Right.
so many things going on there.
And in the ref's defense, that's hard to make that call. You know the angle's not really there.
It's calls like that that make, basketball one of the hardest sports to ref,
Not sure what the call is.
I don't think they know. I think they're talking about it.
Oh, looks like they got it figured out now. All right, here we go. 28-21. Greenbrier's down by 7 with 3:25 to play until halftime. Runzig's got it out to Noah Hogan in the game. To Barentine. Perry's out on him.
Well, they're playing him very
Barentine lost the
tight.
basketball. Other end. He walked with the basketball. That's Braden Watson.
Matt McJunkin said that was a Euro step. This is a walk.
I think he went from
That was a
jump stop to the.
It was a European soccer step. I don't know.
Noah Hogan, top of the key 3, won't go. Loose basketball, Criswell and Watson battling for it. And what's the call? Got a jump ball. And alternating possessions. Let's stay with Searcy.
Oh, they've got a play called Panther.
It's an intimidation factor.
I guess.
Watson gets it over to Stafford. He's been big from 3 tonight for them. Bounce pass up top to Hicks. Watson driving now. Throws it up off the glass and hit it. He's got 7. It's a good shot there from Watson. That's a tough shot.
Nice drive. Nice change midair.
Yeah, that's right. Searcy's had some pretty athletic plays tonight. So has our Panthers, though. Barentine's looked good. Mathis as well.
Mathis had some really athletic
Mathis,
plays as
jump
well.
stop, free throw line, won't go. Runzik chases down the board, gets it out to Mathis, and that's an offensive foul.
I mean, clearly a flop there. Good call. Mathis extended the arm, but
Yeah, you know, they're
they're-
going to call that every time if someone falls and they have an arm
Exactly.
extended.
Definitely,
Whether or not there was a push, I agree. I didn't think there was much of a push factor, but it definitely looked like it.
Watson definitely wins the Oscar
Well,
there.
he definitely would fit in the NBA. He sold it. He flopped really well.
But good call. But again, yeah, he's got to.
I mean, it's absolutely a foul, no question about that. I just don't know that Mathis had that much strength to throw him.
Exactly.
3 from the corner from Hicks, no good.
If anyone on this Searcy team is going to be shooting 3-pointers from way back there, it's going to be number 11 if I'm the coach.
Hogan drives through the lane. Couldn't finish. And the other end, Searcy the basketball. Hicks on the right wing, gets it up top of the key. Stafford thought about a 3. Barentine's on him, and he's stolen away by Criswell. Criswell, other end, a little bit out of control, but he finishes with the right hand, and Searcy throws it away. Runs it through the lane, blocked by Hicks, and he's fouled. Heck of a play by Jack Runzik, coming in and knocking the ball away.
Yeah, that's something I was about to say is Greenbrier's got to do a better job of just knocking down the shots. They're missing a lot of them.
Jack Runzik to shoot a pair here. That was on Cameron Hicks. Runzik missed the first free throw, so he'll have one more coming as Zach Killens checks into the game for Cameron Hicks. Second free throw from Runzik. Missed that one too. Rebound to Tingler. Out it goes now. Watson on the other end. Drives through the lane. Left hand. In and out. No good. Searcy keeps possession, though. Perry out of control. Stolen away by Criswell. Dunlap's got it. He'll slow it down to Hogan over to Runzik. Ball's nearly stolen away. Runzik on the other end. Out of control a little bit, and he traveled the basketball.
It's a good call. I mean, there's clear contact, but it could have gone charge or block either way. Looks like
Searcy Lyon is
like
down.
Tingler is.
Yeah.
He's
Kyler
hurt.
Tingler. Goodness, that doesn't look good.
No. Ankle injury, most common injury in basketball, but, man, those are not fun.
Eli Wilson's going to check into the game for the Lions. Man, you hate that for Tingler. You know that doesn't feel good.
Not at all.
1:14 to play until halftime. We've got half of our Between the Mats crew up here. Matt McJunkins, we'll talk to him at halftime.
We have one of the mats.
That's right. Stafford drive, left-hand floater, got it.
This Searcy team's got some ballers.
They do. Stafford finished it. He's got 8. Greenbriers, Nate Barentine leads all scores with 14. Jay Dunlap with the basketball now. 45 seconds to play in the half. Criswell through the lane, throws it up, no good. Rebound to Killens. Ahead it goes to Watson, and he's fouled by Criswell perhaps. Got to call either a foul or a walk. I thought he got fouled by Criswell. Now call a foul on Hogan there.
Refs might have swallowed their whistle for a play there.
They did.
Hurts both sides.
I'll be honest. I don't know how he didn't get fouled by Watson. He came in like that. Should have got fouled.
Yeah.
It should have been a foul on Criswell. 32-24, Searcy's up by 8. Driving baseline is Briscoe behind the back, threw it away to Barentine. Greenbrier looking to push, but now Barentine slows it down with 10 seconds, holding for the final shot. Dunlap all alone through the lane. He's fouled by Stafford. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to be happy about that after the missed call on the other end. I don't blame them.
Right. But then they did call the travel on Hogan in the corner. But, yeah, I know
exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things where I think they knew they made a mistake by not calling the foul, so then they didn't feel like they needed to call the walk either.
We call those makeup calls.
Let's say the makeup call.
Or makeup
the good
calls.
old.
Those exist too.
Dunlap knocks down the first free throw. He'll have one more coming. Chance to cut the lead to 6. Greenbrier's hanging around. Gets the second free throw. Stafford stepped out in front a little early.
Stepped in the lane slightly early.
The clock started a little late. Through the lane, that's a foul.
Man, if Criswell would just get set, I mean, he came in like a barrel of fire. I mean, like a ball of fire, sorry.
Barrel.
I'm sorry. I mean, he did come rolling in. But if Criswell gets set there and has his stance set.
That's a charge.
That's a charge.
Every time.
I mean, he's coming in barreling. That's what I was doing. He's barreling in there. That's what it was. He'll get set there. That's a charge all day.
But Watson misses the front end. He'll have one more coming right here. An opportunity to extend the lead back to 6 as Greenbrier cut it to 5. Here we go. Shots up. Missed them both with 1.5 seconds to go. Hogan, if it goes, it'll count, but it doesn't go, so it doesn't matter. 32-27.
That clock started off late.
It did. Caught us a little break there.
A little extra second there.
And it did for them, too, with 6.4 seconds to go when they were bringing it up. But 32-27, our score at the halftime break. We'll head to commercial. When we come back, we'll talk to Between the Mats. Stay with us.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing, they have the vision to see you through. The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
We're back here in Greenbrier, Arkansas in the PAV under the beautiful lights of the Panther Pavilion. It's good to be back. You know, I was sick for like a week, and then Christmas, and then we had a game canceled. And so I haven't been here for like 2 weeks, and I'm here with Between the Mats now. And it's exciting to finally be back here calling a game.
You bet, you bet. So the boys are hanging tough as
Searcy had a decent crowd for the girls, but
yeah, they bailed.
There's like 7 people over there now.
Well, I think the same thing happened to us. We had a great crowd over in the student section, and then here at halftime, they've all gotten up and moved away. But, you know, the story of our boys team this year is they can't seem to get an entire team together.
Right.
It seems every single game that there's at least 2 to 3 players that are out.
How long has Robinson been on quarantine?
I don't know. He was actually here tonight,
I
so
think he's
I
in
would
that 5-day protocol.
Yeah,
gotcha.
He should be ready for the next one. Well, I tell you, but like you said, I mean, you got guys like Trey, some of these guys that came in hurt.
Yeah.
And then you got guys who've gotten hurt, guys who've gotten sick, or not really sick, but tested positive or quarantined.
Close contact.
Yeah. You know, I think Barrington was out for a while.
Yeah. Nate Barrington was out for a minute.
I mean, I know the game that I called, there were 3 or 4 guys on the bench.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh,
Makes it
no,
tough.
I'm in 2. I think we had 7 players that night.
Wow.
It wasn't many.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the story this entire season, and that's the problem whenever it comes to basketball. You think about football, you know, I know Cooper was quarantined at one point.
Yeah.
Well, there was a backup quarterback,
Yeah.
and that was able to play the game. Well, that bench doesn't go as deep on the basketball court. So it really kind of makes me interested to see if we're going to see a lot of cancellations this year, and what's that going to mean at the end of conference season? Because I know even with volleyball, there were some things that got tangled up at some points because you had, or even with P. Ridge, they had 2 conference games. One, at one point they were 1-0 in conference.
Right.
Whenever everyone else is sitting at around 500,
Right.
and you're like, well, but P. Ridge only played with that one game.
You know, it's crazy too that when you get close to the end of the season and come postseason play, the quarantine numbers just tend to go down for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah. Some of the teams that don't do as well, theirs kind of go up.
Yeah.
But the teams that really are successful,
Right.
it's just like it vanishes from their area.
Yeah. It's crazy how that works.
I know. It's like, Arkansas's bowl game. Hadn't seen any problem with any of the Clemson or
No.
any of those guys.
Notre Dame, Alabama, they're good.
They're good.
They're taking that Nick Saban test.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And speaking of, that's something that y'all talk about in between the match, right? So why don't y'all give us like an idea of what you cover in between the match? I think that we didn't cover that as well in the girls' game.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Well, I mean, the whole idea of the podcast is for Arkansas high school sports. There's a few media outlets that cover football, and that's it. There's very little anything else. There's a little maybe basketball, but for the most part, I mean, when it comes to all these other sports in Arkansas, there's just not much coverage. And we just kind of, I guess Matt's really the one with the kind of had the brainchild of having a complete, a way to give exposure to these players, a way to get coverage to the fans of what's going on in the state in sports, and then, have some kind of interactive way to get people involved.
Yeah, and I think eventually the end goal here is to have an all-encompassing, not just a podcast, but we want to have an interactive website that you can go check out your team. We'll have player profiles. We'll have the team schedule. We'll have stats, highlights. Just a one-stop shop for Arkansas high school sports, and so that's our end goal.
There's a lot of kids that don't have the opportunity for the exposure, whether their coaches are not really maybe focused on that as much. Maybe they just don't know enough about it, or maybe they just are in an area that they don't get much exposure. But when you can level the playing field by something like this where everybody can get involved, I mean, whether you're the worst kid in the state or whether you're the best kid, if you have a platform to put your stats, your whatever, and then let everybody else figure out.
And a lot of these kids, they have family members that don't live around to where they can come watch them play, and so they want to check in to see how the season's going. And so that's kind of the idea behind it.
Yeah, I know even with this broadcast, I remember last season doing a volleyball game, someone came up to me and said, hey, my mother-in-law is watching in Alabama right now. And
That's
I was like,
pretty awesome.
yeah, and it's pretty cool to hear that. That's a whole state away.
Yeah. Well, our first podcast, we had like 60% was in Arkansas, or maybe 70% in Arkansas. There was like 20 or 30% in Texas. Then there was one guy in Delaware. It was like 10 in Pennsylvania. It was like, who are these people? I guess, but they must have known somebody or known us somehow. We, maybe working somewhere.
I've heard people listening in from North Carolina before.
Yeah.
I think it was, we were playing maybe Greenwood, and the opposing coach, her parents never got to see her coach a game before.
Yeah.
And
That's
whenever
really
they
cool.
found out we'd do the volleyball games, she came up and talked to us like, hey, what's the link? I have to send this to my parents because they've never seen me coach before.
That's cool.
And so we were able to provide her that opportunity and just get that exposure,
And
It's
that's
really
what
neat.
I know we got to get back to the game here, but that's the goal, If you want to see an opportunity for all kids and all schools to have a chance to get exposure, for the whole state to get coverage of every sport in the state, this is something to get on board with.
That's right.
And that is the Between the Mats podcast. You can find these guys on Spotify. You can find them on the Podbean, the iTunes, really wherever you get your podcast. You can listen to these guys. Yeah. And they have an episode 11 coming out tomorrow, if I'm correct? Tomorrow at noon. So y'all go check that out. They do a lot of great work.
All right, dude. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
That was Between the Mats, guys. Quickly, Greenbrier's cut the lead to 1 here in the third quarter. Another steal by Runzik. And out of bounds. It's going to be off of, steal by Dunlap. It'll be out of bounds off of Dunlap. As it got Ball tipped from behind by Briscoe. Searcy will keep the possession. They're up by 1 with 7 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Greenbrier had quick points from Mathis and Runzik. Reese Jones, we hadn't seen much of him because he was in foul trouble in the first half. Comes out big right here, gets the ball tipped away. And he will, or excuse me, Searcy will keep possession. Score is 32-30. They get it over to Williams. Deep three, Hicks. No good. Runzik trying to chase down the board, but it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Hicks after the shot. So Dunlap will bring it across the timeline for our Panthers with 6:33 to play now. Greenbrier's up by 2, or excuse me, down by 2. They were down 32-27 at the half. Now Barentine through the lane. Floats and he finishes with the right hand, and he's fouled.
That was smooth.
Trey Havens is over there up in the bench, and he's flexing, pointing to his muscles there.
Little bicep action?
Little bicep action.
Yeah.
Get big, Nate.
Briscoe gets the foul. Barentine missed the free throw, but he puts it back up and in. He's got 18, and Greenbrier's got a 2-point lead.
That is the ultimate flex, getting your own rebound on a free throw and then putting it back up.
Their head coach is not happy.
Ooh, I'm glad I'm not in that huddle right now.
That is audible anger right there.
6:20 to go in the third quarter. My goodness. I mean, Greenbrier's Nate Barentine is putting on a show. He's got 18. He leads all scorers. And then Jack Runzik hasn't had a bad night either. He's got 7. The leading scorer for Searcy is Stafford with 8. Their points have been more spread across the board, but my goodness, Barentine is having a night.
Now, JB, I'm not a math major. Does Barentine have over half of Greenbrier's total points?
He does. You goober? He does. You're a funny guy. He has more points than half of Searcy as well, if you're wondering.
Wow.
I wasn't, but thank you for letting me know.
Williams brings it across the timeline. Get it over to Hamburg. I hate you guys. And Cameron Hicks with the basketball out high. Greenbrier's up by 2. Briscoe trying to lob down low, and oh man, Williams tried to save it, Zyron Williams, but he couldn't. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Searcy. Greenbrier will have the basketball up by 2. But this is their first lead of the night. And they're up by 2 with 5:56 to play in the third quarter. Barentine the basketball. Hands it off to Runzik. Kicks it out. Barentine thought about a 3.
Wish he would have.
I'd set a screen for him high. He's clearly got a hot hand.
He's just a playmaker, guys, no question. Jones, he traveled. I was just about to say that. I thought he shuffled his feet, and he did.
A little bit.
He walked. The thing is, it's fine as long as you don't move your pivot foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to pick one, and you can't move off the other one.
Kind of the cardinal mistake these days of travels that refs like to call, of moving that pivot foot.
Hambrick through the lane, couldn't finish. Nice defense there from Runzik. And he kicked it out to Barentine, looking to push a little bit. Over it goes in the corner now, Dunlap. Low block to Mathis. Tries to drive baseline, and he's fouled. He's fouled by Williams. That's Williams' first foul, and Mathis will, Runzik will inbounds on the baseline now as Stafford and Perry come back into the game for Searcy. Hambrick and Briscoe take a seat. Looks like Killens is headed to the scorer's table as well. He'll come in, and Hicks will take a seat.
You know, I also wanted to say real quick, I do believe that we have a couple of Searcy fans joining us from Searcy, and we just want to say thank you to you guys for tuning in to the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network and being here with us tonight.
Absolutely. It's been a great night. Fun basketball games. It's been a lot of fun. Searcy's got a good group of athletes. Right now, Greenbrier leads by 2, but it's been a battle, no question, with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Greenbrier still got the basketball. Barentine to Jones. A little bit out of control. Keeps his pivot foot, though. Gives it to Runzik. Lobs down low. Mathis. Got it to go, and he's fouled. Jacob Mathis with a big play on the low block. He's got an opportunity at a 3-point play now.
Really nice play.
Mathis has got 6. And barring this free throw, he has a chance to add his 7th point of the night as Braden Watson comes back into the game, and Zyron Williams will take a seat.
Beautiful pass, too.
Yeah, Greenbrier missed a lot of bunnies. They were missing a lot of easy shots around the basket there in the first half, and they really started knocking them down now, and you can see that it's helping them.
Mathis completes the three-point play. He's got 7 tonight. Greenbrier's leads 5. Perry with the basketball. They're looking to double team. Over up high goes to Stafford. He picks up his dribble now. And he gives it over to Perry on the right wing. Searcy's struggling to set up an offense, set up their offense.
It looks like Greenbrier's moved a little bit more to that zone defense.
Yeah, they have. They're in a 2-3. They switched from the 2-3, or from the man-to-man to the 2-3, and my goodness, Stafford's been good.
You
He drains another one.
You can't really leave your hand out of that guy's face. I mean, that's pretty much the only shot he's going to hit against you, so you've got to guard that shot. He'll hit it. I mean, he's going to hit it. He's hit it earlier in the game. You know that. But you also know he's not really much of a threat from anywhere else, so you've got to really play up on him. And if he beats you, he beats you. You've got help back door.
Mathis couldn't finish there. Stafford got the board and gives it off to Watson. Killen's other end, pulls up 3, right wing, air ball, rebound to Jones. Gives it over to Runzik. Dunlap's ahead, corner 3, ball fake. Jump step from the high post, won't go. 15-footer off the mark, and Searcy with the basketball. Down by 2. Driving through the lane, Watson floats it up and in. He's got 9, and we are tied at 37. Jack Runzik will bring it up now. Looking to set something up to get over to Mathis. Up high now to Reese Jones, over to Runzik. Perry's playing tight defense on Barentine. They get over to Mathis. He pulls up 3 with a man on him, no good. Just off the side of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Searcy. Stafford, other end, lost the ball, nearly stepped out of bounds with a nice play to Perry, partially blocked, gets the ball back, hands it off to Bowser, and Willie Bowser finishes with the left hand. Bowser's got 6.
Yeah, and Bowser wasn't contested there at all. You'd like to see a Greenbrier Panther. I mean, there were 4 of them down there. You'd like to see somebody kind of maybe put a hand up somewhere.
Coach Simmons wants a timeout with 2:49 to play in the third quarter, and we'll take the timeout with them. 39-37.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
And with 2:49 to play in quarter number 3, out of the timeout, Runzik, Dunlap, Reese Jones, Jacob Mathis, and Nate Barentine. Barentine lost the ball. That was a pass down low there from Runzik, but Barentine, it wasn't really his fault. It was just kind of really good defensive coverage there from Perry.
Yeah, just good defense. Got on the ball quick.
Well, yeah, you know, Barentine's really kind of gone off here. Really, the whole game, he's had a great game. And they're really trying to stop him from having a great game, and they're just playing really tight defense.
Stafford finally misses a 3. And Runzik pulls down the board. Greenbrier an opportunity to tie or take the lead on this trip. Runzik through the lane, got it to go! Runzik with the with the layup, and he's going to the line to shoot a free throw. An opportunity at a 3-point play.
I'm telling you, we've been going hard to the rim this game, which has been really beneficial for us. We've missed a few, semi-easy shots. We've been going hard in the paint, which is good.
Runzik, free throw, got it. He's got 10. He's the second player on Greenbrier's roster in double figures tonight. Runzik's got 10. Barentine's got 18. And Braden Watson with the basketball out high, gets a screen. Free throw line, jumper, no good. Rebound to Bowser, puts it back up, no good. Jones high to get the board.
Good board.
And he gives it over to Runzik. Looking for a screen out high. They give it over to Mathis now. Mathis pushed to Jones. Over it goes to Rundick, top of the key. Dunlap, 3-ball. Just won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Watson. Other end, Stafford, 3, no good. And the basketball pulled down by Mathis, looking to push. All the way, other end. Draws the contact, but he couldn't finish the layup, but he's going to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I was about to say don't push that. It's a 1-on-3, but honestly, he beat him there. If you can beat him there, push it every time. But usually that's a situation where you want to stop, take it out. If it's 1-on-3, he just beat the defenders there.
Yeah, set your offense up. That's what I was gonna say. That's a situation where you want to get your offense
but hey,
set up. But yeah,
credit to Mathis getting there first. If you can get there fast enough,
that's right.
that's the only time you don't want to set up your offense.
So Mathis will shoot 2. First one's up, no good, off the front of the rim. Searcy's in foul trouble a little bit. They got 5 team fouls. Greenbrier does not have a foul in this second half just yet. It's good to see Kyler Tingler coming in the game. He had the rolled ankle or the injury at the ankle earlier in the game, and it's good to see him back out there.
Yeah, no kidding. Those ankles are just some of the worst.
The free throw's up and good for Mathis, so he gets 1 of 2. On the other end, Stafford with the basketball, picks up his dribble, feeds it, corner 3 for Perry, no good, and the rebound to Dunlap. Greenbrier up by 2 and looking to push. Over to Runzick, trying to drive. Bounce pass underneath the Mathis, and he lays it in! Mathis has 10, and Greenbrier's lead pushed to 4. 3 players on Greenbrier's lineup in double figures. Mathis has got 10, Runzick with 10, and Barentine's got 18. Perry with the basketball for Searcy. They've got quite a few players in the scores column tonight. Hambrick with it now. Over it goes to Perry. Perry hands it off to Stafford. He drives through the lane and he traveled. If you're going to do that, you either got to land with both feet at the same time twice, but you can't mix it up, and that's what he did.
No, I think he took about 3.5 steps there.
He might be watching a little too much of James Harden play in the NBA.
I mean, hey, he can do part of James Harden with the long threes,
with the 3-point.
but that might be where he needs to stop the imitation.
There's no question. Stafford's a good three-point shooter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah. 36 seconds to play in the quarter. Greenbrier might be holding for the final shot. And they give it over to Runzick. 25 to play in the quarter. Searcy coach trying to get him to play up tight on Dunlap.
I'm a little upset that a lot of people left this game. I mean, it's starting to get good. This is going to be a pretty good fourth quarter.
They're just tuning in at home. They give it to Mathis. He's got an open lane to the basket, lays it in. Jacob Mathis has got 12, and Greenbrier's got a 6-point lead. 3 from half court, won't go for Watson. Mathis with a great finish, and then great defense there at the end. We head to the fourth quarter. Greenbrier's up by 6. We'll be right back.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing.
Just about started. Here we go. The inbounds to Braden Watson with 7:57 to play in the basketball game, and Fellas, the game will be decided in this quarter. And Cameron Hicks has it for Searcy over to Braden Watson. Greenbrier's up by 6. They were down by 5 at the half, but Greenbrier has stormed back and played a really good third quarter. They give it over to Cameron Hicks to Watson. Down low, lob to Bowser, and a foul by Jacob Mathis. That is Mathis's 4th foul.
He's playing aggressive defense, trying to get in front of the.
There's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Greenbrier, that gives Coach Simmons some decisions to make. He's going to keep Mathis in there. The inbounds to Briscoe. He drives through the lane. Missed the shot, though. Had an open look, and Dunlap with the basketball.
Almost like he got away with the travel and then almost got away with the foul there, too.
Jack Runzig with the now for Greenbrier. Jones finds Mathis all alone underneath. Gets it to go, and he's fouled. Jacob Mathis, a force down low.
I'm telling you, his release point at the rim is so high. It's honestly tough for defenders not to foul him if they're going to go up to block him. He gets so close to that rim and so high. I mean, it's tough for people not. Whenever they try to block him, I mean, they're gonna foul him. It's hard to get a block whenever you're that close to the rim.
The foul was on Braden Watson. That's his 2nd. Jacob Mathis got 14 points tonight. 2nd free throw's up. Missed that one. Rebound there from Searcy.
Maritime almost got a foul there.
Thankfully, there are fouls to give. However, you don't want any careless fouls like you're saying.
Good
Ball
D.
tipped away. Barrentine's got it.
Well, you also don't want to get into the bonus early like we did in the first half, because you saw how that hurt us. I mean, even in just 30 seconds,
that's right.
They were at the free throw line 3 separate times.
It is good, though, to see, especially in this half, how we've switched things around, went to a 2-3 zone on defense, and been able to set some stuff up. Good adjustment by Coach Simmons. Jones inside the arc, jump shot won't go, and Williams pulls down the rebound for Searcy, looking to push, down by 8. He drives through the lane. Oh, my.
Wow.
They called a foul.
No late one at that.
And here's the only reason, and I don't like to argue refs or anything like that. I just felt like Runzig came back with him. He didn't. Maybe there's a hack on the arm that I didn't see. But Williams would go to the line. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Another place where I'd really enjoy instant replay.
Right, be able to see.
I'd like to see what the refs saw there.
Free throw up from Williams, no good. But even though you look at it, even at college and the NBA level, they don't really review a whole lot of fouls. Like, you don't see a lot of the replays.
Oh, for sure. And I mean replay for my sake, not to change the call.
Right, like up at the in the booth, you can get one. Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Zion Williams missed the first free throw. He'll have one more. Missed them both, and Dunlap pulls down the board. Greenbrier caught a break with 6:25 to play. They're up by 8, but there's still a lot more to go in this basketball game. They give it over to Runzig. Hicks playing out on him. Over to Mathis. Mathis looking to drive. Spin move through the lane, but he traveled.
I'd have to see instant replay on that.
It's
one
hard.
there. That's a hard call.
I think because the spin moves on his opposite side of the body, which way he was driving, it looked like a longer spin, so maybe that's what it was. Underneath, big block! Chase Dunlap says, get out of my house. He swats it away.
Smallest player on the court.
How about it? Big play from Dunlap. Searcy will maintain possession, down by 8 with 6:01 to play, and Williams to inbounds. On the baseline. Gets it in to Tingler. Top of the key, Hambrick. Bounce pass to Williams, swatted away.
Oh,
goodness,
man.
Dunlap stole it, but then he throws it away.
Good defense. We got to just calm down there and
yeah,
get a
we're
good
trying
pass.
to move too fast on offense.
Yeah, you can go too fast. Honestly, our girls' team is a good representation of having just the right amount of speed, just the right amount of aggression with the ball.
Right, and I think that's where they're normally wanting to push, but in this game time situation, Dunlap's got to know we got to slow it down a little bit. We don't have to force it every time.
Exactly. Still stay in your normal rhythm. You don't want to get out of your normal rhythm to go slow, but that's not really in your normal rhythm, kind of taking it in.
Sure.
You know,
and by all means, not a terrible idea there from Dunlap by any means. Just kind of, seeing the situation late in the game, probably not the best option. 5:34 to go in the game. They lob it down low to Runzig. Thought about bounce pass to Jones. Good
decision not
defense.
to, yeah.
Tingler was all over him. Runzig. Over it goes Dunlap. One more to Mathis. Drives through the lane. Couldn't finish. Nice play, but then Mathis knocked it away. And Zyron Williams brings it up. Over it goes to Briscoe underneath.
Mathis there
Tingler.
just focused on that Euro step so he doesn't get a charge. Honestly, a really beautiful Euro step to avoid the charge, but I think it kind of sacrificed his shot a little bit because he was so focused on getting around the charge.
Over it goes to Jones. Yeah, that's a good point. Runzik with it out high with 4:54 to play. Greenbrier's up by 6. Up, top of the key. Jones pulls the trigger, 3. Won't go, and Hambrick pulls down the board. He brings it up, kicks into the corner to Marion Briscoe. Up it goes Cameron Hicks. He pulls the 3.
You can't
Got
leave
it.
him open.
Hicks got 10.
He's the only one that's been really consistent from outside. You cannot leave him open in this kind of game time situation. You just can't.
4:31 to go. Greenbrier up by 3, but it's going to come down to the final 4.5 minutes. We're going to hit a break. Stay with us.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite, DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
Oh, here we go. Out of the timeout. Greenbrier up by 3, trying to hang on with 4:24 to go. Over it goes to Mathis to Barentine. They're playing tight defense out on him. Over it goes to Dunlap. Cross-court feed to Jones. Over to Mathis now. Looking for a ball screen. Up top it goes to Runzik. 4:04 to play now. Bounce pass to Barentine. Over it goes to Dunlap. Got Runzik. Through the lane. He's blocked. Probably not the best decision amongst the trees there. Trailing the play, Briscoe to Hicks. This is for the tie. No good. Oh, might have been over the back on Tingler. Got away with one. He saved it in bounds to Barentine.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They're letting him get away with a couple things here. I understand trying to let him play here, but
it'll get chippy.
Yeah, I mean, you got to call those early before they start being acceptable. You know what I mean? Like reaching in there for the ball. And then over here, over the back. I mean,
well, what hurts is here in a minute, Greenbrier will get the same situation, but the roles will be reversed, and they'll get a foul call, and then you're gonna start questioning it. Like it's just kind of a common thing,
exactly.
you know.
Now, if the refs stay consistent and they just don't call anything on either side, I understand. You know, at that point, they're letting it be aggressive. It's a close game. I understand that, but just try and keep some consistency here.
Briscoe for the tie. He got it. Marion Briscoe, he's got 8, and he drains it from the right wing. We are tied at 47. And if you're a Searcy fan, I'm sure you see it the other way. There's times where you're like, man, you got to call that travel or that foul, and you don't, and it reversed, and it hurts you in the other end.
Yeah. Exactly. I got to say, our 3-point extended defense has been just absolutely sorry this quarter and a little bit of third quarter, too.
That's going to be probably a charge, and indeed it is. And, that might be a technical. He's very close to getting a technical on that.
Now, I understand he led with his shoulder, but the defender was also not set at all.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, too, is you had the defender was right there moving with him.
I would almost, if you're going to continue being kind of an aggressive ref here, I would maybe even a no call there. I mean, so he's leading with his shoulder, that's a fact, but the defender was in no way, shape, or form set. Defender was running backwards and fell down. I mean, that's tough.
And Reese Jones was awfully close to a technical foul there.
I was about to say, did you see him throw the ball? And you know, that's just one of those things. He's very gracious to that ref because that ref looked at him for a little bit. You saw Reese Jones say, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Just something. And here's a point that I want to make based off of that. He's fortunate you're at home. I'm not saying if you're on the road he doesn't tee you up either. But my point being is, in a game like this, when your team needs you, you can't do something like that to put your team in jeopardy. It seems like not a very wise play, more of a selfish play to get up. And again, they're high school kids. I get it. I was in high school. Emotions flare. You're frustrated. I don't think he was throwing that at the ref by any means to hurt him. It's just your emotions flare. You react. I get it. In late game situation, probably want to do the best you can to rein that in. It reminds me of a Reggie Chaney type thing in the Hogs one game, late in the game too.
Oh, come on. You can't compare Reese Jones and Reggie Chaney.
Reggie Chaney's good, man.
Yeah, he was.
Stop.
Well, that's the thing. There's a foul underneath. Williams will go to the line to shoot 2. See the fouls on. But what I was going to say is Reese Jones is a heck of a player. He's a he's a playmaker.
Yeah, but Reggie Chaney wasn't.
But he's playing D1 basketball for Houston now. They're in the top 25.
You got a point.
But is he playing?
I think he starts. I'm not going to lie. I know that he started one game. I don't know what Matt said.
He said we want him at the line all night long.
Yes, we do.
Missed the second one. Man, that's a tough break if you're Zyron Williams.
Might be a bit of a strategy, maybe.
Missed the free throws there. He's 47-47 is Greenbrier.
Greenbrier's got to score.
Mathis floats it up, no good. Rebound comes away to Searcy, and Williams has it. Other end, kicks it out to Briscoe.
Nice, Mathis.
And Mathis with a steal. Underneath. Guys, it is going back and forth with 2:16 to go. Still tied at 47.
Greenbrier, they need to elite, like maybe drive to the basket, get a foul, something, not that.
That could have been a travel. I'm pretty sure those 3 steps.
Barrington definitely forced that shot. They got Hambrick corner. Searcy's on a NATO run, by the way. And they left Briscoe open. 3 for the lead, and he drained it. Marion Briscoe with a 3. Lazy defense on the perimeter.
They've shown us one thing, and it's a consistent thing. If they're wide open for the 3, they're going to make it, and we can't seem to figure that out, even though it's right in front of our face.
Jones, man, missed the throw. Thought not a good shot selection.
Statistically, the worst shot selection on the court.
Timeout for Searcy with 1:34, and Coach Simmons is not happy. Searcy is on an 11-0 run since the 4:30 mark. Greenbrier was up by 8 with 4:30 to go, trying to hang on. And honestly, they've done what you don't want to do is fall into a funk, and Searcy's gone on a run. They're on an 11-0 run right now.
Yeah, you know, Searcy's done a really great job here over the past couple of minutes of just playing a lot of high-pressure defense. They've been forcing a lot of really bad shots. Greenbrier has not taken when was the last good shot that Greenbrier took?
Exactly. It's been, for Greenbrier, it's been a lot of give it to the hot hand, feed the hot hand, and those hot hands have been Mathis and Barentine. And Searcy's done a really good job of recognizing that and shutting those specific 2 guys down, whereas clearly what Searcy's doing well is hitting open 3s, yet we can't seem to shut that down. So it's just, it's clear Searcy's recognized what we're doing right, and we haven't really been able to, take down what they've been doing right, making those outside 3s. So.
You know, we made those original adjustments there coming out of halftime. We got out to a good lead, and it seems like Searcy made adjustments from there, and we can't battle back from those.
Looks like great coaching on both ends.
Still a lot of basketball left. 1:30 to go. Greenbrier needs to stop. Searcy with the basketball. They may be milking a good little bit of clock. I know their coach was trying to set something up. They get it to Hambrick. Over it goes to Watson. 1:17 to play now. Searcy's up by 3. Still a 1-possession game. Hambrick with the basketball. Barentine's on him. Out it goes to Briscoe. Dunlap playing tighter defense on the perimeter. Over it goes to Hambrick. 1:03 to go. And he gets fouled by Barentine. Barentine's got fouls to give. That's just his 2nd foul. Unfortunately, it's just the 5th team foul, so it'll be a little bit more. 2 more at least until Searcy's in the bonus.
They got to get up there and play some tight defense on everybody.
Yeah, especially on an inbound.
I mean, you got to know that Searcy's just going to drain as much clock as they possibly can.
You got to get in the passing lanes here, have active hands if we want a chance.
Trying to force a turnover.
This is what we like.
Oh, man, Coach.
That's what we like.
That's a very smart play there by Searcy's head coach. Calls a timeout with 50 seconds to go. We'll hit a break. When we come back, the rest of the game.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart, Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Remax Elite DJ Vanaco, Vision Roofing, Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, Grand Brothers Electric, and Steak and Shake.
Well, here we go, guys. This will be the final 50 seconds of regulation. Barring an overtime, this will be the last waning moments. And Criswell thought he'd fouled him. Now Runzig fouls him. That's Runzig's fourth foul. You wanted Criswell to foul. Criswell only has one. But again, Greenbrier has one more foul before, or this next foul will be in the bonus, but they still have to give one more. So instead of Searcy going to the line right now, you still got to foul him once more.
You don't want one of the guys that's been productive on offense to be the one getting the fouls right now.
Well, Reese Jones, Jack Runzig, both of them have four, so you don't want that. Dunlap.
Foul him. Foul him. Clock.
Well, I'm not sure what the call is.
Something is wrong with the clock operation in the Panther Pavilion, and it needs to be fixed.
I agree. I agree, my friend.
Jace Dunlap fouled. That's his first. And Kyler Tingler going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Jacob Mathis comes in for Criswell. These are some big free throws. A make will create a two-possession ball game.
Yeah.
A miss and a rebound for Greenbrier, and it's still a one-possession game, and they'll have an opportunity to tie. Tingler free throws up. Too strong, off the rim, Reese Jones the board. Greenbrier the basketball, down by 3. It's a one-possession game, and Jack Runzig will bring it across the timeline. 35 seconds to go.
Capitalize.
That's right. Barentine had an open look. Not a great pass there from Runzig. Gives it over to Mathis, back. Barentine, 3 for the tie. Off the front of the rim. Barentine gets it back. 24 seconds.
You got time.
Barentine forced up with 3.
You got time. You got a whole 20 seconds. You gotta.
He just felt rushed.
You've got time there. You've got to take that out and try for a better shot. I understand it's come down to the wire here, and you've been shooting the best on the team, been shooting lights out all game. But
well,
good first shot. I like that first shot, but that second shot's got to be instead of a shot, it's got to be a kick out and reset.
JB and I talked, there's not just a ton of meaning behind this game, especially – really the only thing you build is a little bit of confidence going into conference play. Yeah. But we see Nate Barentine's going to learn from that.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen in a conference game because he felt the pain of what it's like earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So Greenbrier down by 4 with 16 seconds. Got to score quick here. Dunlap through the lane. Oh, he missed the layup. But Jones in to get the rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball.
Ooh, I thought you had to have it for at least
so Greenbrier will keep possession.
Couple seconds, but okay.
Greenbrier will keep possession.
That's still
and I'll be honest, I feel for Dunlap on that layup. It's hard. You're barreling in, it's just you got to get that soft touch.
And he's probably expecting some resistance, but they kind of let him through because it was only a 2. Not really. There was not much resistance.
And Barentine lobs it in. Watson and Dunlap battle for it. Dunlap's got it. Got to hurry. 8 seconds to go. Coach Simmons. Oh, my goodness. Dunlap drained a 3. I don't know if he would have shot that, though. I don't know. There's not a lot of time left. He might have.
Pulling up.
Goodness. He drained that 3, didn't he?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Worthless.
Well, we're going to stay here, obviously, with 7.8 seconds to go. Man, Dunlap drained that right before the timeout was called, right after the timeout was called.
Hey, and I just want to say, no matter the outcome of this game, I love the fight from our team.
That's
I love
right.
the,
Oh, goodness,
the
yeah.
halftime adjustment. I mean, we almost called them out of this game at halftime or in the around third quarter. But they came back. They battled back. They played consistent. Mathis has been great. Barentine was great at the beginning. Stayed consistent throughout the game. So this is, I mean, whatever happens at the end of this game, you have good outcomes. This is a good things to take away if you're Coach Simmons. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. There's a lot of great things to learn from this going into conference play.
Yeah.
Like that big Nate Barentine, that he made that play there.
The Reese Jones underneath. Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah,
a game
I
where
mean-
maybe Coach can come into practice and say, hey, this is what we did wrong, but we also did a lot of things right
Yeah,
in that
that's
second
right,
half. You
that's
can finally have some, because you learn from things you do right as well, and again, it gives you confidence in your shooting ability.
and you get the practice crunch time.
Yeah,
Now they know how to react to these things whenever it gets to that time of conference play.
exactly.
5 seconds to go. Barentine pulls up three. Might have got fouled. Mathis has it. The rebound. The clock will sound, and that is how it's going to end. 51-47. Searcy knocks off Greenbrier tonight. Greenbrier will end the regular season. Not the regular season. The non-conference slate 2-7. Searcy improves to 5-4. We'll quickly go over the stats, and then we'll get out of here on tonight's broadcast. For Searcy, they had 4 players in double figures tonight. Briscoe and Stafford both had 11. Cameron Hicks and Braden Watson both added 10. Willie Bowser had 6. Kyler Tingler had a bucket. He had 2. And Daniel Perry had a free throw. He ended the night with 1 point. For our Panthers, there was only 5 players in the scorers column tonight. Nate Barentine led the way. He led all scorers with 18. Jacob Mathis had 14. He played really well tonight. Jack Runzik added 12. Jace Dunlap and Damon Criswell both added a bucket. They ended the night with 2 points apiece. Mike, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Good game. Again, it's nice to have a game where, yes, we lost, but we saw a clear coaching change at halftime. I think they come away from this game with some confidence. Yes, they lost a close game, and those are honestly, they hurt more than the games where you lose by 20 or 30. They hurt more because you know it was in your grasp. You know it was right there, and you weren't able to grab it. But either way, you have some positives out of this game. You've seen what Mathis can do. You've seen what Barentine can do. You've seen what Reese Jones can do. So, a lot of positives come out. It is a loss, yes, but they can take some positives out of this game and kind of plug and play into this upcoming conference schedule.
Well, I think my final note is I think it's something that they'll learn moving forward is learning to close out the ball game. They were up by 8 late in the game, had a very no lead is ever safe.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that, but they definitely had the win was in their grasp per se, and just got to learn how to finish that. But overall, a very great night.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot of positives from our boys team, and we're excited to see conference play will be January 5th. I believe that's next Tuesday. Conference play will begin home against Greenwood. That's our next broadcast, and we hope that you'll join us for that broadcast. So for my partners, Talon Newton and Mike Baker, I'm JB Brazil saying so long from the Pav, where tonight our Lady Panthers knocked off Searcy 63-45. They improved to 10-0 heading into conference play. Unfortunately, our boys team lost 51-47. It came down to the wire, but they fell by 4, and they'll be 2-7 heading into conference play. That's going to do it for us. We hope that you have a very good week. So long.